everybody. Stop it. Welcome to the show tonight. We'll be starting in just a moment. Should I just let me do this for a moment?
No.
Yeah, no,
That's
good.
better.
Everyone, okay.
It's good.
A
You look
few
like you're not hitting on me anymore.
A few announcements that I wanted to let you all know about this evening. This is better for. I might do this.
Just talk.
Hope you all are doing great. Welcome to Masters of the Metaverse, Zombie Orpheus, all that stuff. I'll let Christian do the real intro in a second. But wanted to make sure you knew about a few things that are coming up down the pike. Emerald City Comic Con is starting up in March, and if you're in the area, please feel free to check us out at booth 1704 at Emerald City Comic Con. We'll also be doing a Gamers Live show while we are out there, and that will be on Friday, March 15th at 4 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be live streaming that through Emerald City Comic Con's live stream provider, which is handled through Sci-Fi. I don't know all the details on
Sci-Fi Wire.
Sci-Fi Wire, thank you. And so that'll be available for you to watch, even if you can't make it out to the show. But that's going to be Friday, March 15th, 4 p.m. Pacific. Additionally, it looks really promising for us to be going out to Mobile again for Mobile Comic Con, where we will be doing a live show out there too. That's coming up in May. May 24th through the 26th is the convention. And the show is probably going to be that Friday, which is the 24th, is my guess, based on what happened last year. Was it last?
It was last year.
It was.
Yes, and then of course also in August, Gen Con's coming around, August 1st through the 4th. We'll be there, booth 100, as we always are. Best booth in the convention.
Yep.
It is.
And we'll be doing a Gamers Live show that Friday at 7 p.m. as well as another live show, a special one, on Saturday at noon that we'll tell you more about later on. So that's the stuff I wanted to tell you about. Mobile will be live streamed here. Gen Con will be live streamed on their channel as well as probably hosted here. And because we're doing all the tech for it, so we can definitely pull that off. But there's also a really important announcement we need to make tonight, and that's the main one. That's the reason I'm talking to you right now, because I didn't want Christian to have to make this announcement. And that is, today is the Doyle anniversary.
Oh, okay.
It's been a year since Maggie got to have a much smaller business card. So, I think it's only appropriate that we should take a moment and sing Happy Anniversary to you.
Oh,
Is that a song?
That's a song.
Yeah, that's all
song?
this is.
It's like Happy Birthday.
Happy Anniversary to you.
That's not a real
Happy
thing.
Anniversary to you. Happy Anniversary, dear Maggie. Happy Anniversary to you.
Oh, I have to go to chat really quick.
There you go.
Oh, it's playing.
That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for the original song. It's like we got our own. It's like we got our own golden waffle this week. I think that's great. Hey, we have a show to do, so why don't we roll the credits and do the show? That just seems like the best idea. Should we? I think we should.
I think we should roll it.
Are we gonna
Mark's not
roll? Can we
listening to
please roll?
A mysterious organization known as the Program brought together a group of strangers and forced them into a shady experiment known as the Metapilot Program. They found themselves leaping into different worlds they called metaverses and inhabiting people inside these worlds, people they called avatars. But all was not as it seemed. The Program was engaged in an ancient battle with a force known only as the Founders, and the group of former strangers soon found themselves on the run, uncertain who to trust. Their search to understand what these forces want with them continues to take these metapilots to strange new worlds that they now know are real. But the metaverse is beginning to crack. Pieces of other worlds are leaking through to our world, and the metapilots are bringing superhuman powers back from their travels. Every secret uncovered leads to more questions, and each power gained leads to deeper connections. But one thing is clear above all else: the metaverse is here, and someone needs to save it. A mysterious...
Conscripted by a secret organization, a group of strangers is loaded into experimental metapods, hurtling their souls across dimensions and into unsuspecting avatars. With each trip across reality, these newly minted metapilots gain access to unique powers and abilities, slowly transforming them into true Masters of the Metaverse.
Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Control them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse.
You're very sharp.
I think that's you. You're on.
Hey! Welcome back! Got it! Thanks for the roll-in, new Mark. I really appreciate it. Welcome to Masters of the Metaverse, a show about big damn heroes. I am joined today by my fabulous pilots, one Maggie Doyle. I have Vanessa Postel, Chris Odie, this guy James Durham who just showed up out of nowhere, and of course Sarah Sanders Odie, who is dressed like she's going to Woodstock instead of a bleak, horrible future, which is where we all are currently. Last time on Masters of the Metaverse, our pilots were introduced to a new friend, maybe, by one Ronald Zenda, who was introduced fresh out of Guantanamo Bay with a bag on his head and all, as their newest friend, and they immediately jumped into their metapods and decided to go on a magical adventure, only to end up in the worst place imaginable. That's right, folks, Youngstown, Ohio, during the apocalypse, where evil fairies have taken over and the Winter Court is in firm control of North America and the surrounding areas. Only Youngstown stands, a giant junkyard, which I'm not saying Youngstown was before, but post-apocalypse, definitely a giant junkyard is the center of Youngstown, Ohio, run by a very good, loving man and a fine father as well, one Joey Sackarench, and
Snazzy dresser.
who has sort of been made the impromptu baron of this junkyard.
I'm so ticklish right now.
And has for the last couple of years been forced to throw a giant party for the Fae every night or risk going completely insane. They became exhausted only to realize that there had been a human power up north who had been fighting the evil Fae for some time. Joey, looking for a way out of his town's predicament, married off his daughter to the Iron King up north, and thought all was going to be well. It's just a few days before the wedding. He'd hired a special Fae traveler to get his daughter safely up to the Mesabi range where the wedding was going to take place. All was well, but then, of course, the evil Winter Fae court shows up and demands yet another party. This time a wedding celebration where clearly they were up to no good. But they were waylaid, shall we say. A man who had been there to fix the runes that kept some of the Fae out was none other than the apprentice of the famous hero, the Blacksmith, who was known for killing Fae creatures far and wide. And he showed up and decided to lend his services to this project, eventually making a deal with the Fae Duchess of Akron to lend the use of his sword arm, which he did permanently when she ripped it off of his body. However, it wasn't long after that she met her final demise, after she was true named and her Fae were beaten down by the good people of Youngstown who had not met the Bedlam. And that's where we all basically are. I'm going to introduce my pilots now, and of course the avatars that they are playing. Maggie is going to be playing, as usual, Rosie Harvin, the Rootin' Tootin' Rodeo Wrangler, who is in the avatar of the Wayfarer, a changeling traveling specialist who works kind of both sides of things, but has been hired to take our heroes to the Mesabi range. Vanessa Postel playing the inimitable Aquamarine, and also Miss Jenika Saccavetti, that's right. A young woman who is not only the daughter of a mechanic and quite a prodigy in her own right, but has also found out that she has the ability to manipulate metal with her mind. She understands metal. She knows the name of iron, and it has become somewhat of a sticking point for the Fae, as it turns out. She is protected not only by the Wayfarer, but by her very own father, Mr. Joey Socket Wrench himself. He wants to make sure that his town is safe, but also wants to make sure that the well-being of his daughter is safe.
Look at this face.
That avatar is piloted by one Thomas Wells, the AI formerly known as one Thomas Wells, since he recently was murdered.
It says 100% natural intelligence.
Okay,
So
I'm
not
sorry.
artificial.
Sorry, he's a natural intelligence, not an artificial intelligence. I stand corrected.
Wow. That was like he just asked about your boobs at a bar. That's what that was just like.
I've never had that happen. Oh, no, that makes sense. Okay. And James Durham is playing our newest pilot, Mr. Ronald Zenda, a man of mystery, who we know very, very little about. Safe to say that he arrived with a bag over his head, and he seems to know a lot more about the metaverse than most of you folks. Maybe as if he's from some futuristic place, as opposed to the Earth that we are all from ourselves. I say we can fix that. Thank you, Zardoz. I really look forward to that fixing. I love it when you guys fix my stories. It makes me super happy. He is going to... Ronald Zenda is inhabiting the avatar of, Jack Ironheart, the apprentice to the famed blacksmith, the Batman of the Fey world. And Jenika Clarkson, who is playing a yet unnamed character. As we head back into the metaverse and we have explained what has happened in the last episode, let me kind of get you up to speed on where we are, because we only have a short amount of time today, as the snow tried to eat us all last week. We did not have a show.
You got this. You got this.
John, most of it explains it.
Yeah, lots of explaining, and the explanations aren't quite finished yet. So, Jenika.
It's a training.
So, a few days ago, after your friends all went into the pods,
Yes,
you heard some screaming from the room that the pods were in.
I did. It was
It was your friend Crash,
traumatizing.
who had been sitting in the pod since there was a new person in the pods, and he just had been sitting in there with the shotgun pointed at that pod for the last 2 days straight.
Crash! What's going on?
It's beeping! The new one, it's beeping!
What's he doing?
I don't know.
Why?
Probably plotting something.
That's what I think too.
Crash, go in there and see. There's a little cross that pops up.
You want me to go in a pod?
His health is low or something.
Oh, okay. I have to go in a pod.
Well, he sends you into the room, and sure enough, the pod that Ronald is in is beeping, and there is a big green cross.
Great. And his life force is just like every.
You walk up to it, it's like you've never really looked at the pods in a medical center, but there's a complete diagnostic screen on there.
That's not good.
He's in half a heart.
He is clearly in cardiac arrest.
Yeah. Okay, we gotta fix that, Crash.
Okay.
I mean, I gotta fix that.
Right, because you're a doctor and I'm not. That's why I called you.
Yeah, I know. Thanks. Okay. Light me up. Send me out.
Can I get a medicine check from you?
Oh, sure. What shall I roll? 12s?
No, you can roll 8s because you are in the prime world and you got well under your skill.
Yeah.
So, congratulations. You have successfully saved a pilot from death.
Yes.
And he gets to continue the session with us.
You're welcome.
What this tells you, though, is that there was a traumatic event that happened in the metaverse. He attempted to sway all the way over to one side, away from his avatar that got injured, and it threw his human body into
Shock.
Immediate shock.
Yeah. Okay.
The pod was keeping him alive, but you've definitely made sure that he's stabilized.
Oh, good.
It does make you curious on what's up.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely hopping
Your
in there.
initial thought is to say, hey, Crash, go in after them and see what's up, but he is very, very intent on sitting in that chair with that
gun.
shotgun pointed at that pod, making sure that the bad guy doesn't come out.
Yeah, I get that that's not changing.
Yeah, you have to understand that he's not a reasonable man.
No, I do understand that.
No, this
Okay.
seems quite reasonable, actually, based on our prior interactions with Mr. Ronald.
I understand where you're coming from, Crash. I will
to
Well,
do
keep in
this.
mind, Crash wasn't there when Ronald showed up, so he didn't get that distrustfulness. His distrustfulness just comes with every friend he has ever made. Has pretty much tried to kill him, or are you guys?
Yeah.
So that's where he is. So you decide,
I'll go in there.
against your better judgment, that maybe you should be the pilot to go into this pod, and you get into the pod, and it pulls you through into the metaverse, and standing before you is, sure enough, your whole party of friends. Unfortunately, at the time, you got fully immersed in that avatar and were completely aware of her mission. You are the Whisper, a fae working for the Summer Court who has given up her true name for extra power. The ability to be unrecognizable to other fae, to pass as a complete human, to walk amongst them and to kill indiscriminately at the behest of your queen. You have been sent for one mission and one mission only, with two possible outcomes. You are to go to Youngstown, Ohio. You are to fetch the daughter of the king of Youngstown, who is supposed to marry the Iron King up north, your sworn enemy. You are to, if the gift is not accepted at the reception that the Winter Court is holding, you are to help them escape, promise to help bring them north, and then to murder them on the road. Okay? If, however, the Wild Hunt is called for any reason, you are to take them to their destination.
Okay.
All of this is very, very clear to you. You see the group fleeing from the walls of the city. Bedlam, screamers everywhere. But they're clearly heading to a very, very safe place, a place that you know is safe. When you reach them, you immediately strike, lashing out. One of them is horribly injured and can barely even walk. And compared to you, physically, they are not much. The Wayfarer, you know, will probably be a major problem. But then, the metaverse intervenes. You come back to yourself. You realize who you are, where you are, sort of, and what your mission is. Yes, you are their enemy. But if you're all metapilots and you're all working for the same goal, these are your friends. You know, that's Thomas, that's Aquamarine, that's Rosie. And maybe you were about to stab Rosie. Maybe you were about to stab her in the neck. Maybe a little.
Sorry.
Oh, Jenika. Oh, Jenika.
Well, I could tell you this whole plan.
And you
Perfect.
do.
I don't know.
But before you really get a chance to tell them a plan, the Wild Hunt is called. From the middle of Youngstown.
And the Wild Hunt is basically...
I'll get to that.
Okay.
I'll get to that. The Wild Hunt, there's basically the sound of a horn.
Oh, yeah. I can hear it.
You've heard the horn before. Everybody in North America has heard the horn when the Wild Hunt is called before. But what the Wild Hunt is. It's been called many things over the year, and it's definitely changed from century to century. Originally, I don't say originally because many different countries and different places have different versions of what the Wild Hunt is. The version that I have chosen to use is a mixture of the Norse and the Celtic, just so we're all on the same page there. It was originally led by Odin himself, who was known as the Great Stag, and he leads all of these people. Now, since this apocalypse has happened, all of the people that we spoke about before who have been taken, the people, the screamers, the people who have succumbed to the bedlam, the only way out of that, other than death, is to join the Wild Hunt. At which point, yes, you're still screaming, but you also get a sweet motorcycle.
Are you a prey or predator?
Everyone is prey.
Okay.
If you join the hunt, you're a predator. You get to be part of this great, big, giant motorcycle gang of doom.
Got it.
That can find anyone, anywhere, anytime they want, and hunt you down till the ends of the earth and kill you.
Have we seen them before?
You've heard them before. The screaming always stops, and then you hear motorcycles off in the distance, and they get louder and louder, and the ground begins to rumble. You've never, up until now, been chased by them. Now, you're pretty sure that you can't outrun them.
Yep.
You're even more sure because one of the people that you've decided to take with you is while no longer bleeding profusely, definitely in a state of heightened shock and physical trauma. His legs are moving like he's running, but he really is just laying on the ground with his legs moving most of the time. He needs to be carried. He needs to be drugged, and getting under his arms is no longer an option.
Where are we all on the sliders?
That's what I was about to get to. I would like to thank Miss Winter for buying a System Shock before the show.
That's a great question.
That is, I'm gonna put everybody. We're gonna start off. We're gonna throw you right into the fire as we begin play today.
Yeah.
Maggie is. Oh, you're right. You are one. You're all the way Avatar.
Nice.
Vanessa, you are right in the middle.
Me too.
Chris, you're one over from where you are now.
Hashtag hack attack.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Chad.
Ruh-roh. Has a hack attack happened? We don't even know. I'm scared.
they're
All right, we'll figure it out. And see, James, you are going to be directly Avatar.
They're building up.
Yeah.
And Jenika is all the way Pilot. All right. So when we start, this is where we are. However, we haven't started yet. I'm gonna need some random rolls. These are gonna have to be made by the Wayfarer.
Okay.
What you need to do is roll for day and night for 3 different days to see whether or not you're caught by the Wild Hunt.
Okay.
This was going to be a much longer chase, mind you, with several battles in it. But again, the snow tried to eat us last week, and it's important we make our destination.
Yes.
All right. What do you want me to roll where I am, or do you want me to roll something different? Like, do you want me to roll 8s because I'm all the way Avatar, or
You roll 8s because you're all the way Avatar.
Yeah, that could just become a
Use the
recurring.
dice tray.
I
And-
will. Goodness. That would be a 13,
Out of
16. It's 2 8s, right?
uh,
I'm rolling actual something here.
yes, it'll be your Fey knowledge or your survival, whichever is higher.
We'll do Fey knowledge because that's success.
Okay, bye.
5.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
The power of friendship compels you. The power of friendship compels you. The power of friendship compels you to hit them over the head and run for it.
All right.
Hashtag hack attack.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We got a hack attack happening at some point. I have a feeling it's scary that this could be. It's been a while though.
It has.
It's been a while. That'd be first day, right? So this next first night.
First night.
That would be a 7, so I beat it by 11.
Thank you.
8, beat it by 10 for the day. Second night. 10, beat it by 8. Woo, third day. 16, beat it by 2. Actually, it's impossible for me not. I mean, I'm gonna beat them no matter what because of math.
How much will you beat them by?
Oh. 10. No, that one is, that's 10, so 8.
You beat it by 8, yeah. So you beat it by 2 on the third morning, correct?
Third morning was beat it by 2.
All right. That's when they catch up with you.
Oh dear.
And
So close.
you were. And I hate that we had to basically turn those 3 days into 6 rolls.
Uh-huh.
It hurts my feelings because I want you to understand how much stress you are actually under.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like they are right here all the time.
So I'm playing a mechanic who's being chased by murder fae.
Yeah.
I feel stressed.
You feel you literally like gone. You've broken into a
Chris
CVS
feels stressed.
and grabbed some nitro pills just in case it's your heart. This could be the big one.
This could be.
Sam.
Every time.
Yeah, but this time he's actually feeling the numbness and the pain. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be here.
it's one thing to be living and hiding in fear of them coming after you all the time. It's completely another thing to be living with them directly on your heels,
Yeah.
chasing you all the
There
time.
was no sleeping.
And Jack has been basically in and
Weighing
out
us
of
down.
consciousness.
Yeah.
And weighing you down the whole time.
Yeah. They'd have to stop and eat him first.
The places that the Wayfarer chooses to stop and rest are absurd. They don't make any sense.
Do they make sense? Well, no, they wouldn't because I'm Jenika.
Like where?
No, they don't make any sense
like
to
what?
you either. The way that wayfarers travel, the way that they find a place it's not even fey. It's like they have this sense that like takes them to someplace safe even if it looks dangerous. So like one night you guys slept in the back of a van that was abandoned on the side of a road that had been sitting there for 15 years.
What kind of van?
It was an old Chevy conversion van.
Oh.
Oh, did it have the airbrushing on the side?
No, but it was 77 Corvette yellow and had a really cool stripe.
Oh, that's pretty. I used to have one of those in high school.
Very nice. Had some weird ground effects that had burnt out years ago.
Oh, man.
An old VHS in the back seat with a tiny little 9-inch TV.
Gina, I ever
my
tell you
gosh.
about that time your mom and I, we took the van and we went out to the beach?
No, you haven't.
Yeah, out on the lake. It was fantastic. You know, you would have really enjoyed it. We oh wait, we're hiding from the Fae. I'm sorry. I should
It's okay, you can tell me more about her later.
Now, the Wayfarer during this time is rather businesslike and harsh with you. Shut up. A lot of that. Because when you do make noise, the hunt finds you again and you have to start running all over again. It's much easier to travel by yourself than it is with,
Idiots?
and an injured idiot on top of that. And then whoever the hell this is who says that she's this thing that supposedly doesn't even exist. So, it's been a rough couple of days, but that third morning is probably the worst. Because you have to literally run the whole time. So what I'm gonna need from everybody are body checks.
boy.
What about athletics?
Athletics is an acceptable skill in this case.
Thank God. Beat it by 5.
How many?
I'm right on.
How many?
I just need the one for this.
Right on.
Yeah, and that's not even including the minuses you have right now.
I'll beat it by 2.
Okay? And you made it right on.
I'm just gonna sit down for a minute.
And he does. You guys all just like book it, and he just he falls.
I can carry him.
Yeah, we have to. Try.
I'll
try.
pick him up in
What's your body score?
10.
Okay. You are a strong dude. He's not as heavy as he should be.
Well, he's gonna be at least a little
Yeah, he's
lighter.
about 15 pounds down in just arm. So he was a blacksmith's apprentice. He was not easy to carry, as it turns out, and maybe a little leaky, and he feels feverish.
Are you made of iron?
Leaky.
16%.
I think he made that up. Oh. Fireman carry him.
All right, and you begin hauling ball just as fast as your stubby little Italian legs will carry you down this road.
I think it's raining.
Those are trunk legs, though. They're thick.
That's right. No, you are a stout gentleman.
Good job, Dad. Yeah.
Ever tell you about
And you
that
make the
time?
run. There will be an attack on both of you, however, from archers. And unfortunately, it's not like a nice attack.
Do we have any buffs to help us?
Not for this, you won't. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
This is just to determine. Let's see. Zenda, what's your dodge bonus?
4.
And we're halving that. But that's still not enough to hit you. Amazingly, the big guy is keeping you pretty well protected, considering he's usually using you as kind of a human shield.
Yeah.
That's not rain. That's arrows.
That's arrows. It's clearly arrows. And the whisper does not even come close to getting hit.
I'm Jenika though.
Oh, right. So you only have the +2 dodge bonus. Oh, you do take a shot.
I'm assuming I can't just be like swarm form now.
You know what? You could do it 3 times a session. And if
Like
you're
to
all the
not
way
get
Jenica-
hit. So yes.
All right. So just declare your swarm form. We'll actually.
Swarm
I'll make you roll initiative for that, though.
Okay, that's fine. That's with the big ones, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a small freak out inside that no one else will see when she
I
swarms.
got a 12 and an 11 plus my ACV, which is an 8, so 31.
Yeah, that's really fast. You definitely make swarm form long before they can come anywhere near you, assuming that they don't roll 2 12s.
Yes.
And they did not. So,
She just exploded. I'm dying.
No, it really happened. I know it sounds weird.
All right, so
You smell something?
give me a survival roll.
That would be 7. Beat by 7.
You beat it by 7.
Correct.
Let me take a look at your thing. Give me a metallurgy roll,
Matching.
Gina.
Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever rolled that bad ever, actually. Yeah, no, I didn't beat it. I got a 22. So. Got a 22.
A 22. Excellent. That's what I need to know. So you missed it by just that much. Great. So now is the time that I'm going to tell you about our Patreon supporters. Because now that we are in the dice rolling, I would just like to say thank you to a few of our very important Patreon supporters at this moment, because they are going to be giving you things.
Yay.
And make sure you say thank you. Specifically this week, we are saying thank you to Bridget Musselman,
Thank you, Bridget.
Thank you, Bridget.
to Derek Takade,
Thank you, Derek.
and to Michael Jacob.
Thank you, Mr. Jacob.
I would also like to thank the rest of our Patreon voters for giving me a +6 and +100 health to work with
I'm
this
sorry.
week.
Oh, no.
Shh.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
You gave him 100 extra.
James Durham has +5 and a +60 to health.
You know, the gentlemanly thing to do would be to hand that over to your wife on your anniversary.
No.
Right, and I absolutely would, but I'm not playing me right now. I'm playing the Game Master, who just wants to murder you. So, Mags gets a +4 to one roll and
Thank you.
+80 health.
Thank you. Oh, I
Vanessa,
see. Okay, that's better. Okay,
+5 to a roll and +90 health.
What?
Odie, +5 to a roll and +60 health. Sarah, +4 to a roll, +90 health.
Thank you.
You may notice that those health
Thank
health
you.
numbers are much bigger than they used to be.
Yeah.
I'm not here to tell you that that's because there's a big battle, but I am here to tell you that because of those numbers, now there's a big battle.
Right.
So thank you, chat.
Thanks, Chad.
Thank you, chats.
Now we need to use those health.
Yay.
Joy, rapture. Because
I'm gonna kill you with fairies. I'm so excited.
Right.
It's gonna be better than when I made you murder Borks. Okay.
This is your daily Borkminder to ask Ronald all the questions. Because we will be borked if he doesn't know all the borking things.
That's so true.
Hashtag hack attack.
We didn't kill the Borks. The others. We didn't kill them.
Right? No. This is when I
Oh, I see.
I made that happen.
Right.
It was from my horrible brain. Okay, so you've made your survival roll.
Yes.
What you know is that there's like a lean-to up there that if she used her mojo on it to basically turn it to like pure iron, they wouldn't be able to see through it. It'll give you enough time to get him maybe back on his feet.
Do it now.
Doing it.
Give me a metallurgy roll.
Maybe this one will get a little better.
Yeah, the metallurgy roll is just to see if you figured the same thing out.
Okay, that's much better. That one I beat by 4.
Great, that's more than enough. It's just like basically a piece of roof that has fallen against a car, like a little lean-to. You just touch it, convert all the iron in it.
Little house.
Yep, and now it's just an iron sheet that they kind of can't see through, like
Okay.
like an X-ray on a piece of lead. You know, Superman can't see through that.
Right.
I'm just saying it works the same way.
I dig.
I just said that. That's my rule right now. Everybody cool with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Wait, they can't see through it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've
And we're all
got if you all get behind it, athletics rolls or something physical from any of you to
Ninja stuff?
ninja stuff is absolutely what you can use.
Ninja stuff. How about yoga? No.
I'll let you yoga your way in there,
Beat it by 4.
Beat it by 2.
but you have to show me what move you do to get under the lean-to.
Okay, I beat it by 8.
Oh, that's plenty. Yeah, you don't even need to show me.
Chaturanga.
Oh yeah, that's
Like a moving chaturanga.
Even with my penalty for
fingers
daylight, I succeed by a huge margin. I fall. and-
yeah. You just fall roll.
I'll beat it by 4.
2.
Excellent. Okay. I'm gonna see if they notice. There's a possibility they do. The iron will give you guys a huge bonus. 4 not enough, even with so. You're safe for the time being. You've probably got a few minutes. Wayfarer, you know that you are not far. You know, you're within a couple hours walk or run, as the case may be,
of our destination.
Mm-hmm. Medicine roll.
Okay. 7, and I have 4. I beat it by 7.
Yes, you did. You know that Mr. Jack over here is not going to make it 2 miles. He is going
He's not going to make
he
it
will
2
die.
miles. We need to
He
fix him.
will die.
I can heal a little bit. Does anybody else have a skill in that capacity?
Can you make it fully functional?
I can heal 50 points of damage, whatever that means for his body.
I don't know what 50 points of damage means.
Here's what you know. You can you can close wounds, you can fix ailments, you can mend bones, you can't regrow limbs.
Yeah, I can't make his arm come back, but I can stop it from killing him.
You might be able to help with the fever and stuff like that.
I have
It's
antibiotics. Or it can make
You
Not
have
gonna
5
make
minutes.
Not going to make him super functional, and
I have no idea how much time we have. I just assumed it was very short amount.
it's about 5 minutes. You don't have a lot of time.
Can anybody help me? Or
I can help you with your rolls.
okay.
Jenika, I do apologize. I think the drag from my current form's brain has been reducing my ability to be of help. But yes, I believe I could assist you in the healing process.
Oh,
Hashtag Jenika buff so no one dies until Christian says they do.
Thank you, Chad.
thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent.
So, how much did you beat your medicine roll by?
7.
7 is good. All right. So you're pretty sure you can stabilize him. That arm is just super infected, though.
Yeah, it's gross.
It is gross. It smells. It's got that sweet gangrenous smell to it. It's very, very, very bad. His temperature is no less than 105. If it's not just cooking his brain out of his head, you'll be very
So
surprised.
is it just like a stump with metal around it?
It's-
Is that what's happening?
No, it's just a stump. It's just a stump with like some makeshift bandages that you threw around him 2 days ago.
Yes, and it was.
And you've been running ever since.
What happened to the metal that got infused on his arm?
The metal has been infused into his chest from.
That's what happened in the last
Have
episode.
some hashtag meta points.
Yes,
Maybe
thank you.
Ronald can remind us what the 5 classes of meta pilots are?
Huh.
Maybe Ronald can. Depends on if he can ever talk again.
If we could save him.
So, there's a wound in the middle of his chest, basically right where his heart is. That's just like this giant rune that's a piece of metal that's been scarred, like inlaid into a scar, right? The metal stretches out in veins that go to different limbs. There is one piece of metal that's sticking out where his shoulder used to be,
Right.
but it's no bigger around than a pencil.
Last week, didn't I
Yeah,
healed to stop the bleeding?
You
with
stopped
metal.
the
Is that
bleeding
metal
with
just
that metal,
gone?
and you've had it. No, it's still there, and it's basically worked like claws, and it's holding that wound closed, but it's still iron, and it's not sanitary,
Gotcha.
and it hasn't been cleaned.
I recommend, I'm going to clean it, and then I'd like to cauterize it.
Zenda, are you all the way Avatar right now? Okay.
Cool tool.
So, Johnny, do your what is it? Your runic, your runes. Yeah, do your rune stuff.
Succeed by 3.
Succeed by 3. Okay. So between your medicine and your runes and your knowledge of metal, and can you give me a runic roll too to assist? Because
Yeah.
I would like a 5 more than I would like a 3.
I beat it by 9.
Good. All right. So,
It's cool. I'm better at runes than you right now. No big deal.
Always are.
yeah. The thing is, you know a lot of runes.
Yes.
But the metal runes are profane to you,
Absolutely.
especially iron. And he knows iron's
Oh yeah,
name.
no, I was just being a dick.
All over the place. While putting your heads together between a little bit of medicine and a little bit of mechanical know-how, you figure that with the right expenditure of resources, you could, in fact, create him a new arm using your abilities.
Excellent. How long will that take?
Not long. I mean, it's something you've got to do on the fly.
Now,
You've got
do
someone
it
who can
now.
sculpt it with their hands.
Yep.
Well,
And I can connect all the necessary nerve endings to something mechanically similar.
Actually, it's going to require the use of your nanotechnology abilities. You're going to have to expend a use of swarm form in order for it to work.
Would my buff help me with that so that I can use
that?
absolutely would, as long as you can use it in conjunction with Aquamarine's or with Gina's current metallurgy ability.
Okay, I will use my buff. Thank you, Chad, so that I can still have 2.
You think this is a good idea?
And I need a metallurgy roll from you that you have to beat by 5.
Okay.
In order to make the arm not completely wackadoo.
Ronald, your order of please make the hurting stop. Pain medication has been delayed due to a multi-dimensional chaos storm.
Oh no!
As an apology, we will include with your order 1 sapphire bobblehead. #hack attack.
I like that.
Oh, hooray! Thank you so much.
Oh my God, Sapphire Industries. Okay.
So the metallurgy roll is going to be at a -5. I'm sorry. You're using scrap and whatever else you happen to have around, including the treated metal in his own body.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use
I can-
point this time. Just so I will.
That's-
Ooh, got a boy.
Yeah. Thank you, Chad.
So we're gonna be making him an
arm.
arm out of your swarm form.
And your molding
Wasp
capabilities. I'm
suit?
gonna like
And the scrap
attach.
metal that you have available in this
That's a
Buick.
really
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah. I'm
I feel
gonna.
like Aquamarine's buzzing. Like that's weird. That's crazy.
It's okay. I totally understand the anatomy of his arm, and the nano wasp will just get right in there and like do the connecting.
Then
really
you'll
glad
be
Rosie's here
here
right now.
on this him.
No. I would make a little exit and then fly out and then zip it back up. They can sew. That's
Oh,
what they're
man.
there for. They're there
I
to
would just
heal
like to
things.
point out that this show is so great because Aquamarine has finally learned there are consequences in the metaverse after only 2 short years.
She's got a character arc.
That's why I was like, I'm glad this isn't Rosie, because Rosie would be here like, you were not putting any nanites in his arm.
They're coming out.
You could use them
But if
though.
one gets left,
We're
and then
so
Bombshell
close
has a fake
here to
thing,
the
just
Avatar.
connect it to her.
Aquamarine's scratching it at the Avatar. I don't think this is a good idea.
He needs his arm, otherwise we're going to get caught by these guys with the motorcycles that are screaming at us like crazy people, which by the way, they are, because I can tell.
But what about I don't know about your technology being here in this metaverse.
It's just gonna fix it and then come back to me.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. I'm in control of them.
But now.
All the time.
I'm willing to hear all arguments on this.
I'm not Rosie, so I can't argue.
Oh. Well, I mean,
So I'd like to make a.
The Wayfarer just wants it done.
So, here was the thing. I'd like to make a sports reference check.
all right.
Perfect. Beat it by 10. So,
Depending on the validity of your sports reference, you could actually lower the difficulty on Aquamarine's roll.
so I'm just saying, honey. This is one of those situations where you have to realize that it's the bottom of the ninth. Okay, we're down by 3.
You choose baseball?
The bases are loaded. You're from Youngstown, Ohio.
We've always had fun at the baseball games.
They had several minor league teams back in the early 1900s. I wrote them all down.
Oh my God.
Anyway, there's 2 strikes. No balls. It's all coming down to this, honey. We've only got 1 shot, and the odds aren't good, but we should let her take the shot.
That's what she said.
Come on, there's got to be some Thomas in there.
Oh, there's
You
plenty
really
of
think that
time.
this is a good idea?
Mathematically, it's possible this will completely explode in our faces. However, we won't be here to see the repercussions. And in the immediate short term, it will at least prevent our death.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's got to be another way. We can make him the arm without using your
Why?
wasps.
Why would we
just
give
leave
him
behind?
Okay. The other option is we could just not make him an arm, close off the stunt medically, and just carry on with 1 arm. Now, he's not real conscious. We can't ask him what he would prefer. My bet is he'd prefer an arm, because most people do.
We can make him an arm later.
No.
He's conscious enough to decide.
No, right now is the only time his nerve connections are going to function.
He will be dead. He will be dead
He's dying.
very, very
Yes.
soon.
We either have to we have to decide for him to give him a life of trauma without his arm, because by the way, that will traumatize him.
Or a life of trauma with a metal arm.
But metal arms are cool.
I think it's important that we all talk about as many variables as possible. Ronald probably won't die. Jack will, but probably not Ronald.
I'm just saying, he's a blacksmith, metal arm, you're in the smithy, it's very hot, you grab the wrong tool, your hand's melted.
Now, keep in mind, Jenika, you also have information that they don't.
like what the mission was of the avatar?
No, you've given them that information.
Right.
The information that you haven't given them, that was the last time that Ronald took any sort of major trauma in the metaverse, he did die.
Yeah. So I tell them that. But the reason I'm here is because he died. He died. I feel like fixing him is the way to keep him alive.
You can keep him alive without giving him a new arm.
The Metapod is currently keeping him alive.
Metapod's currently keeping him alive. So again, like, fine, we could give him a new arm so then he could still function and with 2 arms.
Logically, it would appear that we're at a stalemate here. As such, the most rational decision would be to take a vote. All in favor of giving him a new arm. All opposed.
I just want to leave. Now.
Well, the ayes
Arm.
have it.
Alarm bells.
Okay, let's get those rolls made.
I'm so sorry there was no Rosie there to help me out. I'm so sorry.
Rosie is always there.
I know.
How much you can access her
That's what I'm saying,
abilities, not her memories, is up to you.
Okay. I thought I couldn't like use her as a sounding board.
I don't want anything to happen to Jack, but I don't want you to use your nano wasps to make him an arm here in this world. I gotta tell you, just no, I can't. Aquamarine's crying.
Would you like us to just sew up, like cauterize his wound, sew up his arm, and have him be one-armed? I understand that you're upset about it, and I want to be able to discuss.
Good man.
What'd you do?
You just spent some meta points. 2, right?
Are you alive
Excuse
in there?
me.
Yes.
You got 2 meta points down if you want to
This
spend those.
really hurts.
Yes, what would-
And I think it's getting very dark.
Right. So we're discussing your outcome and your treatment plan. Could you let us in on what you would prefer? Do you want a metal arm or no arm at all?
No.
Excuse me?
Would you like a fashioned metal arm made by tiny little robot bugs, or no arm at all?
No arm, right?
No, obviously the metal arm.
Okay, we gotta go with what he wants. It's his arm.
Inside, they're just like.
I trust
you
these.
have a buff, you can put yourself anywhere you want.
I trust these
Now,
nano
as Jenika does explain, the wasps are only used to help the attachment process. They are not left in the body.
Yeah, they're coming back out. And
Yeah,
they're coming back
depending
to
on
me.
how she rolls is all I'm saying.
No, it only
it's a
depends on
buff.
whether or not she touches them.
Oh yeah.
Whether or not I touch them?
Yeah.
What if you
They're
accidentally
made of
melt
metal.
one into
Those nano
the
wasps
arm?
are made of metal.
So you should not touch them.
No, she can touch them and probably control them completely.
Oh dear, this is too much for me! I'm sorry, Jack. I don't think it's right to give you a metal wasp arm. I just
It's
don't.
not a
It's not
wasp
made of
arm. They're
wasps.
just helping.
It's using existing materials from this metaverse to contract to put together.
Can you
an
just
arm.
make?
It's all right, my dear. It'll be a moot point in about 30 seconds.
all right. No.
Can you just make the arm and I will do with it what I need to do with it?
Yes.
Okay, make the arm.
Make the roll.
At a
Okay.
-5.
At a -5.
No, just tell me what you get.
I beat it by 3.
Oh, great. That's all you needed.
Okay.
He gave you a 2, so.
Make an arm.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, I need a couple of rolls from you. One, obviously, you need to expend 1 use of your
That was my
swarm
buff.
form.
Buff.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you said that earlier that she could buff it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I'm rolling. I got a 13. I don't know what I'm rolling against.
With your buff, it's fine.
Okay.
You're good to go. Now, however, you also have to heal him.
All right.
How many wasps did you use? Did you have them all?
And this
you
one.
count them?
Yes, they're all back. Relax. Healing. I can use one action to heal 50 points of damage. So
Great.
I use it.
Oh, you should have lost.
Oh.
Ta-da! And before you know it, Ronald is mostly whole again. It's not
Is that
super
nice?
aesthetically pleasing, but
What?
Look.
and it's heavy as the Dickens, guy. Let me tell you what.
Work okay?
So look okay.
I don't know.
Can he run?
That would
Well, yes,
be
he has
a
legs.
pressing question.
All right.
And with that,
Is he physically well enough to run?
He had 50
before he
points
can
of-
even answer, they are on you.
All right, let's go.
Go.
Time to test out that new arm.
And the run
Oh,
is
yeah.
back on.
The arm is definitely crafted with some aesthetic in mind. Some beauty is involved here.
It's lovely.
Definition.
It's a little steampunk-esque.
Yeah. They give it some like
It's got like little corded muscles. It looks like it's made of.
some poetry on the inside.
Yeah.
No one will ever see.
I saw it. It was nice.
Great.
There's an inscription on the inside of the bicep that says, "When I put my hat backwards like this, I go over the top." All right. So.
Let's go.
Yes.
Don't worry about the nanowasps.
And with
They're
that,
all
the
back
wild
with
hunt
me.
is on you yet again, and you are running.
Don't worry about the nanowasps. They're all with me, and they're good.
I don't know. I gotta tell you, I always worry about the nanowasps.
No, they're great. They're a great addition to our team. They help us in so many ways.
Red flags.
Now you've been mostly running at night because running during the day isn't really an option.
Can someone please tell me what's been happening? Jack isn't very talkative.
We've been running.
We don't
You're
have time
still
to speak.
running.
Call you later.
Also, the less we speak, the less quickly they find us. So please shut up and run.
Fair enough.
What if I put nanowasps in everybody's
Oh my
ear,
God.
and then we could whisper to each other?
The
Would that work?
Masabi range is a series of 7, count them 7 open-air mines
Oh.
that are loosely connected together, all within the same general area. This is where the Iron King has made his kingdom because it's an iron mine.
Yep.
The walls surrounding it aren't really walls so much as just chunks of rock, which is iron ore, that has been stacked on top of each other in makeshift fashions and filled with metal garbage, mostly also made of iron. They have figured out, basically, that cold iron is the one sure way to keep them out. They won't go anywhere near it. And as you approach the walls of the city at a full sprint, those motorcycles slow down. Now, you may have been tempted to turn around and see if they were hanging back, but you remember the first thing that the Wayfarer told you. Don't ever look back. Because if you do, they've got you. And that seems to have held true. Now, none of you have actually tested that, but the rumor is, according to the expert, if you look back, they get you.
Don't be daft.
Does anyone look back?
Does the looking back need to be our eyes, or could it be a tiny?
Not a nanowasp.
Would you like to test your luck?
I was just asking an
I'm
opinion.
No.
Oh, I can't give you my opinion.
I
I
was
can only
asking the
tell you the
Wayfarer.
consequences of your actions.
I have no idea what a nanowasp is, nor do I care to find out. Don't look back.
No problem.
They're literally yelling at you in chat. But for different things. Some of them are just like, don't do it no matter what. And some of them are like,
Do it.
if with Bombshell gone, the world may be saved.
The world is safe. Bombshell will be.
But you decide not to look back. And the last half mile.
Spin the wheel. That's funny because someone in our other gaming group says that every
All the
session.
time. It's because he's playing a skeleton man. That's
I know.
why.
Yes.
Rattle me bones! Okay, sorry.
It was good.
I couldn't help it.
Couldn't help it.
So the last half mile or so of your trip is basically on the slurried, horrible ground around this mine, or this is the main mine, that the Fae don't want to get anywhere near. Like, the last half mile, they're definitely not chasing you. Like,
But they still sound like they're.
they don't.
Oh, they don't?
No, they sound distant now.
Oh.
The further you walk away from them, once you get on the iron grounds,
Okay.
sure enough, they get further away. And the further you walk in this horrible place, the further away the motorcycles sound. But as I said, horrible place. Like, the rest of the world doesn't look good right now. But there's been a lot of growth and regrowth and overgrowth with the cities kind of not being full of horrible people anymore. This is not like that. This looks like the Industrial Revolution exploded.
Gross.
The sky is blackened from ash and smoke. They're probably the only factories anywhere in the world are somewhere in this 10-mile area.
Everything the smoke touches will be yours.
And the smoke seems to touch everything. It stinks. I don't know if you've ever had to deal with like the smell of a smelting plant before, but it's there and it's really gross. Vile. And there are gates with battlements and guys with machine guns and big buckets of iron rocks to drop down on top of their enemies. Not the most effective weapon solution, but they know it hurts them.
Yeah. I feel like since I'm done healing this guy, I want to be more in this world. So can I use some meta points?
Yeah, of course. They're yours to use at your whim.
Is 3. Thank you.
You do not need permission.
Ta-da! We are now down to 1.
Thank you, chat.
So make it up. There is only 1 meta point left. It's not on the screen yet, but it will be.
It will be.
We are just making a note. See, look, now it's on the screen. Somebody is magic, and it's not me.
No,
All right.
Mark.
That's Pax.
Leo. Oh, Pax.
Although Leo is magic.
Yes, we agree. So you're here. You've made it to the gates. I'm assuming you announce yourself or something. They totally pull guns on you right when you show up.
Hey, it's good to see y'all. We brought the bride for the
this
part's
okay. So who are you guys?
They can't see me, just so you know.
Okay.
I'm Joey Sacavelli. This is my daughter Gina. She is betrothed to the Iron King.
You are
Walter McDermott. That's really
okay.
Yeah.
Let me take a look here and see who's on my list.
Walter. Yeah, Walter.
Yeah, not seeing.
Look at his face.
Are you Jenika Sacavelli?
Yes.
All right. You stay there. Anybody who's not Jenika Sacavelli, stand over here on the right.
Wait, why? Why I want them?
Jenika Sacavelli stands over on this side. Everybody else stands over on this side.
Oh no, I'm not going to move away.
They're probably going to shoot us.
Any particular reason you want to split up?
No, I'm just. Yes.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Jackie, we love you, but dear Lord, did Lot's wife teach you nothing? At the very least, a little self-analysis. Also, Ronald knows lots of stuff. Maybe someone should talk to him about it. Hashtag MetaPoint.
Thank you.
Thank you, chat.
Christian, when he asks us to split up, I would like to switch to my avian form.
Okay.
And fly up to them. Like I'm just a bird, just doing her thing. But then I'm gonna land and flip into me. And I want to explain that the wild hunt is behind us and they need to let all of us in.
I plan on just walking over.
Are you the Wayfarer?
Yes.
Could you please stand over by Jenika Sacavelli, please?
I will stand here until you let them in.
Okay, bring it in. We have a breach. With that, all of the windows that they have on the battlements flip.
Okay.
And you are in immense pain.
Oh, wait. Oh, because it's iron. It's cold iron.
You're standing on the iron battlements, having iron runes reflected at you. Let's see. Your body score is now halved.
Okay. Where is she in relation to us? Where?
I flew up.
She flew up on the battlements and turned into a human form, and then didn't do what they said.
Nice Mr. Guardman. Is there a particular reason why this is all happening?
Yeah, I have to split you guys into groups, depending on what your entourage is going to be. I have to have the bride and the Wayfarer in the same spot, but I think we got her taken care of. Miss Wayfarer, would you like to comply, please? And they flip the switches again. Please.
I'll fly it off.
You can't. You cannot change shape right now.
How am I going to get off?
I don't know. They allow you to use the stairs.
Okay, great. I'll use the stairs.
Yeah, they don't like it when you breach their walls. It's weird. And then tell them what to do.
I'm more concerned about dying.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm still standing with my dad.
That'll last only for a few rounds.
The heck?
I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be okay, Gina.
Do they see me?
Did you want them to see you?
No.
Then they don't.
No, let's do that.
So, okay, you two over here.
I'll stand next to her.
Excellent. You two over here. You are.
I'm Gina's dad.
You are the father of the bride.
Yep.
The father of the bride, and you are the brother.
Yes.
It's good to meet you. I'd shake hands, but whoa! Look at that! It's a piece of work.
It's from his mother's side.
That's amazing. That is something else. Okay, so there are going to be 2 cars that come this way. They are going to the same location, and you are going to be brought. You just get the bigger car because you're the bride, and you are a special envoy from those filthy elves.
Can they just come with me in my bigger car?
No, they need to go in a separate car. They will be fine.
Okay. No questions.
Trust me.
I do. I trust you.
I'm gonna mark them.
Jack says this Iron King is a common thug with delusions of grandeur.
Ronald, if I may be so bold, I think it might be best to keep these observations to the opportunities that we've had, the plentiful opportunities we've had. We're not standing in the Iron King's kingdom.
What is this? Your first metaverse?
Sure enough, a very, very nice, clean,
I'm understanding now why you are class 4.
Oh!
Lincoln town car shows
I
up.
don't think I get the joke.
It's black, it's shiny.
Yeah.
It looks like a very clean Lincoln town car. Leather interior. A chauffeur gets out with a little hat and the Kato mask for no good reason, and opens the back door and does the whole.
I'll go. I feel like we should comply for now.
Okay.
For our safety. I mean, like, we just need to be not in danger.
And this place reeks of danger.
Yeah, and I'll mark Dad
Okay.
so that I always know where Dad is.
Okay.
So that we can, if they veer off, I'm gonna know instantly.
All
And
right.
then you can brace.
And you can absolutely see
Yeah.
out of all of the windows on this car, which are all tinted, so you can't see in them, but you can see out of them. This is a nice looking town car.
Hey, be
V8
careful.
or V10?
Oh, it's a V8.
Nice, huh?
And they get in and pull off, and then right up about then, an old yellow cab, like the kind you would see Fozzie driving in a Muppet movie, like a Studebaker.
It's beautiful. We're going in.
And it even sounds like an old Studebaker. It's got that sound to it. It's filthy. It's missing windows. They're not tinted. They're just not there.
I can tune that up for you.
It's got dice in the mirror.
They couldn't
License
see.
plate, is it fresh?
Huh? No, the license plate does not say fresh. The license plate is completely unreadable.
When I want you to see me, then you can see me.
Well, we're about to get in different vehicles. I'm wondering which vehicle you want to get in.
My plan was to walk over the wall and just walk and find you guys later.
Okay.
And the driver
Cool.
just like,
We're splitting up.
Get
It
in!
works.
I'll follow your car.
You want me to tune that up for you first?
I want you to get into car.
So
I don't have to wait. You think I can keep up with that down car? I can't keep up with it.
He is now
I
the
can
cab
reach-
driver.
Hop in, this thing is going.
Okay, we get it.
It's the cab driver from Scrooge in my head. I just want you to know
I
that.
saw
It'll be a
them
lot
too,
safer.
but those are for
Fine.
past.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I just banged my knee so hard.
Okay,
Okay,
this surrounded by iron. You don't want to try to do that move.
Okay, fine.
But, I mean, hey,
Oh,
Doesn't
wait,
do
no, she
anything.
doesn't do anything to her.
Doesn't do
That's
anything
right.
to her. Yeah.
That's right, I forgot. No, you do you.
I'm just walking.
I still think that you should split up friends.
I'm not. I see you.
Okay.
And do both of you get in the car?
Oh, yeah.
Now you're. This is exactly what you thought it was going to look like. All the stories you've heard, you're just like, oh God, I'm so glad I've never been here before. Post-apocalyptic, what you would assume Detroit would look like, except without RoboCop. You know, not good.
The reason I never traveled to any of these places.
You are taken through the roads. All of the roads have about 4 feet of just rocks piled up along the sides of them, presumably all iron, or to keep the roads protected from fey bandits.
This place is the worst.
It's just a garbage place filled with garbage rocks everywhere.
Do I see anything from my vantage point of above?
Oh yeah, you can see the whole city. Like you just hop up right over that wall. Like it's just a nice little stair run for you. You're jogging across the sky, doing your thing. There's the Studebaker and there's the town car. I see them both perfectly from up here.
But nobody can see.
You stop for a moment just to look over the city and think about how much better you are than all of the people here. Realize that's probably your avatar talking. And then think about it as Jenika and realize you're probably better than all of these people here.
And then Bombshell like tells her what. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, my dad had one of these when I was a kid.
I'll tell you all about it.
Oh yeah, no, drove like a dream. My first oil change was on that car.
Petroleum products.
I ever tell you about that oil change?
No.
It was memorable, let me tell you. I started off, I tried to go the wrong way with the wrench.
So you're driven a few miles. It would seem like a few miles. The cars don't go particularly fast. None of them ever tops 40 miles an hour as you're going along. It's a nice cruising speed. You see people from what used to be all walks of life now living in the lap of poverty as they bring rocks from one place to another. It seems like everybody here has pretty much the same job, which is carrying rocks. Lots and lots of rocks. Eventually, you pull into what used to be a small cul-de-sac type neighborhood in a split-level house that is much nicer than all of the identical split-level houses in the area, in that it has a large iron wreath hanging on the front door. This must be the castle of the Iron King.
Is it like a suburban house that
It
has
is-
this iron?
It looks like the Vansel's house. It's
cookie
like
cutter.
exactly the
Got
same
it.
layout.
Oh, okay.
Totally get it.
That's really helpful.
Yeah.
It sucks for them though, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Like when you go in the front door, you can go downstairs or you can go upstairs.
Yeah.
It's- You're right. You end up riding on a landing. It's a nice place.
It's nice because the first thing I like to do when I walk into a house is make a decision.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And this gives you that opportunity right away. Not that you've been inside yet, because before you can even look at the door, it opens up and a man in uniform appears, and he is tall and he is dashing. His beard is excellently trimmed. His hair is kept cropped short in the military fashion.
Hey, is that Wally? Is there Wally up there?
He has a pistol on one arm, on one side of his belt and a sword on the other. He looks every bit the regal prince.
Hey,
Next
driver,
to him is a
that
man.
Wally?
Next to him is a man in coveralls, zipped up, and it says Walter on his name tag.
Oh, that must be him. Huh. Who's hey driver? Who's the other guy?
Now, that's the regent.
The regent?
Yeah, he's like the like the chief of police or something.
You need police?
Yeah,
I thought this place was safe.
from the ferries.
But I mean,
People are hungry. People are starving.
they don't like work together.
Honestly, if you weren't here to see the Iron King, I probably would have mugged you on the way.
Oh, hey, I appreciate your honesty.
Times are tough.
It's true.
But here's your stop, everybody out.
What kind of mileage you get in this thing?
I don't know, man. Like 8.
That's probably fair.
8. The driver comes along and he's like, lets you out first. Asks you what.
I will help her out.
Thank you. It was an honor to drive the Wayfarer from one place to the other. I've heard many stories. Thank you. And my queen, you are as beautiful as the stories say.
The stories?
Yes, you are well regarded as the hottest woman in Youngstown.
Are there stories?
Well, I
My
mean,
past got you.
no, I mean, I'm just saying, like the word around town amongst the, the Regency is that the new queen's quite the attractive dish. And
I've been talking about you for years.
mostly from the letters your father has sent
Flash and
along,
look down at the floor.
along with the pictures.
Cool. Is there metal around? Like pieces of rock iron, like you were talking about?
Oh yeah, no, they line every road, every pathway.
Can I pick one up
Mm-hmm.
and just like absentmindedly shape it into a star? Having felt so nervous about what the person was just
The
saying.
driver, like once he sees it, just
Oh.
turns around and walks like away quickly. Looks like he was about to introduce you, but then he forgot and got back into his car and drives away. The Studebaker follows.
We got
Apparently
out
they're a
first,
team.
though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, making sure.
Sorry.
Seriously, he should let me tune that thing up. Like, it
You're
just,
fine.
just been
The man in
It's a waste.
the uniform steps down. Should destroy it. Miss Saccovetti. Hello.
Hello, who are you?
I'm Reggie. I'm the regent here. Reggie the regent.
Hello, Reggie.
It's unfortunate. That's just the way I was named.
Hi.
I am here to introduce you to your future husband, the Honorable, the Iron King, they call him, Mr.
Where's my dad?
That's him.
Oh, okay.
You can't see him because of the smoke.
Down here, Gina. Hi, Gina. How you doing?
Can he come up here too?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And Jack too?
Mr. Saccovetti and other Mr. Saccovetti,
Yeah, my
please come on up.
Let's go, my boy. Ah.
I'm game.
brain.
May I introduce you, Jenika Saccovetti. This is your future husband, Mr. Walter McDermott, the Iron King, and gestures to the man in the coveralls. He's maybe 22, little, like, just a little bit thin on top, kind of wispy, very boyish face, has a really nice, easygoing kind of smile, but he doesn't look like a king. He looks like a mechanic, like a junior mechanic.
Oh, wow. Are you seeing this, Dad?
Yeah, I'm liking it. So I can't pick him. What can I say, honey?
Hi, I'm Gina.
You are beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
I am so pleased to meet you. Welcome to Masabi, my kingdom. It's a shithole.
Yeah.
So, I hear we're getting married.
Oh, you have an accent. That's right, Walter.
McDermott.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wally D to his
Got no
friends.
choice in that matter.
I like that. Wally D, can I call you Da?
Oh, absolutely.
Not going to, though. That was a nice try. That was good.
I like this one.
I'm a bit of a jokester.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what you were expecting, and I gather it probably wasn't me.
I don't know. No, you're great. You're great. No, this is just really, it's
So,
successful out there and arranged
I see
marriage.
that since
Yeah.
you're here, that the hunt didn't get you.
No, thanks to everyone here.
That is good. I hired you for that particular purpose, and you made it. But I was told you weren't going to make it.
By whom?
A great friend to the kingdom.
Oh. Fade.
I don't think I understand.
Something is going on.
Will you please introduce me to your family? I've been looking forward to meeting them.
Who doubted that I would bring her?
Noting the subject change.
A great friend to the kingdom.
Who was that?
A source I have close to the throne.
Which throne?
The Iron, we call it the Iron Throne. It's an old lazy boy.
Well, this is my dad.
Yes, we've spoken by letter before. It's very nice to meet you in person. You are exactly as I expected you to look.
I appreciate it.
Good, strong genes, and this is your other son.
Yeah, this is a
with a shiny metal fucking eye. Look at that! Oh, wow! And you are
Jack. This is Jack.
Jack Saccovetti. It's a good name. Welcome. Please, are you all going to live here?
Yeah, that sounds delightful.
Well, you pick out a house. I've got 5 of them. Right here in the cul-de-sac. We can all be neighbours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now?
Well, no. I mean, the wedding's not until tomorrow, so pick out the house today. You of course will. I mean, you'll stay in the main house, won't you?
Is this the main house?
Yeah, we can find a nicer place once the rocks have been cleared. Of course, I understand it's not the castle you were probably hoping for, but
Oh, it's fine.
I have
I used to live in a
almost a
junkyard.
million people to take care of. You see, And
Almost a million?
Hey, yeah.
A million?
A million?
This is the largest human settlement in all of North America.
I feel like I would have known that. How did I forget
Oh,
that?
there were only like 137 people.
No, people have been coming here for years
junkyard.
now, since the iron roads were discovered to work.
Huh.
Clearing the roads? You
Ye-
said clearing the roads.
Correct. They had to be cleared before they could be lined.
That's what I thought.
The blacksmith did most of the work. Have you heard of the blacksmith? Oh, he's great fun. He wears this big cloak and he runs around and he yells at the fairies and they just scatter. They scatter. No, they don't scatter. He hits with a big fucking stick.
What's the stick made of?
I assume everything good is nowadays.
Is she here?
No, hasn't been seen in some time.
What would have happened should she should she not arrive?
Well, I don't know what we do.
Well, the person who told you she might not be coming must have had a game plan.
Well, the person who told me she might not be coming clearly can't be trusted, right?
I don't
It's
know.
good news that you're here. I am very glad that you made it. But no throne is, well, 100% free, you see. I am certain that Youngstown has had its own share of trials. I've heard of the parties.
And who pulls your strings, Puppet King?
The same that pulls everyone else's, I suppose. My father was the puppet king, thank you. I'm just trying to make do. And I think that together we could. I understand it's not a marriage of love or really even convenience, but I don't think you're going to be long for this world.
Me.
No.
The Wayfarer?
Those like her, yeah.
Thank you for all the information. Sorry, this is a lot. It was very difficult out there. And
I think I
we're very
choose
tired.
that one. I choose that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's the house.
My
Right
mother
there.
lived there.
Oh, good. Hey, that's okay?
She's passed, but yes, of
Oh,
course.
yeah,
It's
that's,
cleaned in case you wanted any of them. You can, of course, both have your own houses. You're not expected to live together unless you're a couple.
No, son.
You look quite alike.
We get a lot of that.
Good. If there's anything you need, there are attendants in all of the houses. Pick your favorite. This will be your personal attendant. It's not much to offer, but it's what I have.
I don't need an attendant. I've never had one before.
Oh, it would look bad if you didn't have one, though, wouldn't it? A queen of the Iron Kingdom with no attendant.
Okay.
So, I apparently have to deal with something at the gate.
Okay.
As,
Is it the wild hunt?
that's what I hear.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to ask them very nicely to leave.
Do they usually listen to you? Have you done that before?
No, usually we drop the rocks on them and they scream and then they leave.
But this time you're gonna ask them?
This time it's the wild hunt and I don't think that a big box of rocks is going to do the job this time.
Okay. We could. Okay.
I'm sorry. We'll just see what they want, and maybe we'll give it to them and then they don't get upset. But if they're after you, I imagine that we won't give it to them and we'll probably all be slaughtered by morning, so it won't matter.
Oh, wow. So Wildheim has never been here before.
Never, no. They don't come. They don't like to. They have broached inside the Iron Road, which no one else has ever done either.
Jack says no one's escaped the Wild Hunt. Ever.
Who's Jack? Aren't you
He is.
Jack? That's Jack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes Jack speaks in the third person. We're working on it, trying to get him to stop doing that.
Well, it kind of creeps Walter out, so if you don't mind.
But how did well, this time we're here. Maybe we can help.
You could. Can you really do what they say you can do?
What did they say?
That you can cold forge iron.
I can make iron. I can make metal, not just iron, into anything I want with my hands. Is that what you heard?
Does she tell the truth?
Why don't you show him?
Okay. I pick up another piece and make another star. It says Walter.
Thank you.
You could certainly build a city quickly with someone like that.
We have cities. We don't need to build any more. Perhaps we can take some of the old ones back. Even Cleveland.
How long have you heard that I can do this?
2 days.
2 days?
2 days. Since Ruprecht reported to me.
Is Ruprecht the one who said we wouldn't come?
Yes. You know him. He's the latest Grand Duke of Northeastern Ohio since the Duchess of Akron was apparently killed the other day.
So I want to roll my Fey knowledge. Do I know him? 13, so I beat it by 5.
Ruprecht was one of the attendants of
the lady.
He was the one who had the statue of himself that fell in love with it.
I thought he got killed. No, he didn't. It was the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And he's human?
He is not. He is one of the Highborn.
He's not.
He's a Grand Duke.
Which, side is he?
He's Winter Court. Anybody who's a Duke or anybody who's got any kind of title in the mortal realm right now is of the Winter.
Where can... Oh, I'm not there. I'm above. Never mind. I'm still kind of lurking above everybody.
My question for you, Walter. Did Ruprecht. Did Ruprecht also tell you that he was there to enslave her? Along with his mistress?
Yes.
That didn't bother you? You didn't decide?
Of course it bothered me. What am I going to do? Punch him in the mouth?
Jack in.
I guess
Is that iron?
your friendship is just curious.
When did you
to me.
make that? And that hurts them.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you go on.
I'm sorry. I've just never seen anything like it.
It's a marvel.
So you're friends with Ruprecht, or he just gives you information, or
Oh
what's the
no,
deal with
no,
that?
he pretty much owns me. I mean, the Duchess did. But now that you're here, that doesn't matter.
They didn't want me to be here.
That's why I had the Wayfarer come and get you. I had to at least try to keep you safe, knowing what they were going to do. They would have just killed you to hurt my feelings and make me miserable. But now they'll do it because you can kill all of them.
This is a lot.
Thank you. As promised, I will double your price.
Thank you.
I don't remember you having a brother.
What do you mean?
I mean, I read all of the letters that we have corresponded back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no mention of a brother made.
They're all ashamed of me.
I mean, the word brother has many different definitions that have been used.
Now you understand I have
history.
spies on the Fey Court that have been looking into this, right?
Looking into
your background. You don't just, pick a rando girl to be the Iron Queen.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess, I was thinking that we should probably elaborate. I mean, when we refer to him as, brother, I mean, it's easy to take that as a biological marker or something like that. I mean, he's more of a brother in the sense of like, we're all brothers. Are you not my brother? Am I not yours? Is she not my sister?
He reaches in. He rings this little bell. Little silver bell he's got in his hand. And he rings it, but it doesn't make any noise.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I beat mine by 12. What is that again?
You beat your what by a 12?
My Fey knowledge.
Oh, yeah. If the bell will continue ringing as long as the truth is being told, basically.
Right,
Just a
right,
small
right.
charm,
Thank you.
sometimes given to mortals as a boon.
Thank you, that's right. And nothing's happening.
No, you don't know that. So,
That's true, you don't know that.
I would like to use Fey knowledge since I can, through Thomas, do that.
all right. That's a special ability for you.
It is once per session, use any skill from any metaverse.
Any skill from any metaverse. So you're using one of your special Thomas tricks.
Yep, and I will beat it by 11.
You beat it by 11. That's a liar spell. The liar's bell is used to, it's like a lie detector, basically.
So
As long as you're being dishonest, the bell won't ring.
I do apologize, Walter. There seems to have been some misunderstanding when we first arrived. The greeting that we were offered by your attendant at the gate did prompt us to anticipate the possibility of a harmful separation, one which would lead to the death of some numbers of our party, as it were. And given the presence of the Wild Hunt behind us at some degree, we felt it best to identify young Jack here as a member of our party. Specifically as my son.
And who is he really?
Jack.
Lots of blokes named Jack.
He's our friend.
That's fair. I'll accept Freddy's boyfriend, though.
No.
Because I'm planning on having children.
He's our friend.
All right. Well, your friend's got a big bloody arm made of iron
Yeah.
that was clearly sculpted by a master.
Yes, he does.
Yes, as it were. Gina did,
As I've been told of her talents.
did in fact put that together.
I just don't understand why you're hiding from me. Is it because I told you I knew Ruprecht?
No, actually it was at the front gates when we thought that your guards were about to try and kill us.
Oh, because they separated you into groups because of the cars.
Throughout human history, the separation into groups at a gate such as that is not often followed by a pleasant outcome.
Yeah, no, that's my regent told me to do that because it would put you off for the same reason.
Most
He's
effective.
Smart. Psychological warfare. Used to be in intelligence, they say.
Fascinating.
So, my cards are on the table. I'm human. I want to stay human. I don't want to be ruled by fairies. I don't mind saying it right to them either, so you can go ahead and report back whatever you want.
I have no one to report to.
Good.
I start walking down the air.
I would like to know why you are in debt to the fairies and why they own you.
I'm not in debt. I am in
You said that-
servitude. It's
Then-
different.
Absolutely. Was there an event that happened that caused you to be in servitude to them?
Yeah, they took over the world.
That's it, though.
Yeah.
And now you want to defy them.
No, I'm openly defying them, have been for some time. And since then, they started treating me with a little bit of respect. But I don't want to just defy them. I want to take back some of what's ours anyway.
I join them all in their spot and undo my...
But I couldn't do that until I had a queen. And they chose who that was going to be.
They did?
They did.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I don't understand the web of fairies.
Really? Because they tried to prevent me from coming here. Completely.
Imagine that. You know there are two groups of them, right?
No?
Most like working against each other. Ask if you don't believe me. They'll tell you straight out if you ask.
I can tell you.
Who's that?
Oh, hi.
Oh, that's.
Where did you come from?
The Whisperer.
Up there.
So you're an angel.
No, you only see me when I want you to see me.
She is Fae.
No, I'm not.
What are you?
I was Fae.
Tell us about the two different Fae.
They're the Winter Court, who are trying to kill everyone. And then there are the Summer Court.
Who are not?
No. Well, I mean, we'd like to kill the Winter Court Fae, but
You're part of the Summer Court?
yes.
I,
Hence the flowers.
yes. Where are the rest of you? Have you met the Summer Court?
Yes.
Where are the rest of you?
Give me Fey knowledge rolls all the way around.
Beat it by 11.
Beat it by 14.
I don't have any knowledge at all.
Dead on.
Dead on. All right. So what all of you know is that yes, there is a summer court and there is a winter court. The winter court is currently in power, and since they are using the piece of the mortal realm as their current playing board, they control the board. The summer court has been completely locked out of the mortal world, so we never see summer court Fae ever, because the veil is closed to them. But because the Winter Court's in charge, they can walk through the veil freely. They've been given complete access.
I can see through the veil.
Where is the veil? All around us?
Everywhere. Yeah. You can.
So I can see through it too.
Why don't you take a look at it?
Okay, I want to take a look through the veil.
And it is a very, very tangible thing. You can almost open it up like a curtain and step through if you thought about it hard enough. She can see through it. She can walk through it.
I can only see through it.
You can only see it. You don't necessarily know what's on the other side, but it's made of things.
So do the Summer Court want to help?
If by help you mean kill all the Winter Court, yes.
Okay. How do we get them out of the veil? Is there a way?
Walter has had to hurry off and excuses himself because he does have to he has to attend to the gate.
Of course,
The
there's
same thing that works with everything. Bait.
We kill the Queen.
only to be enslaved by a different court.
Summer Court is full of growth. We are good.
You can see the veil.
Can see through, but not past.
It's made of what?
What is the veil made of?
Different kinds of magic, but particles, energy, the very atoms that make up any other matter. It is a physical thing.
I think we should help your fiancé.
Help him
Yes.
at the gate?
Yes.
I think we should also help your fiance, but for different reasons.
Same goals. Same team.
What other reason?
Same team, different goals.
I think killing the main hunter would be a good plan.
Why?
Because then they won't be hunting us.
Fey knowledge, I know what that means, right?
The main hunter?
Yeah. 12, I beat it by 4.
Okay, so,
But I'm just, do I know what that means when she says that?
well, I think everybody does, right?
Okay.
Does anybody misunderstand what she said?
Kill the main hunter.
Kill something.
She said if you kill the main hunter, that would be good? Is that what you think?
Yes, they will stop trying to kill us.
Yeah, so what are you trying to figure out?
Stop trying to kill you, the summer
Us.
court? Oh, us.
What that means for the summer court.
If that happens, yeah.
Oh, that would be a... Yeah, I mean, the main hunter, you see, like, the great stag is very high up in the winter court. It would be a big blow to them. It would probably, since she's known to be the lover of the queen, it would be a sure way to get the queen's attention.
Mm-hmm.
Bait.
Then we kill the queen.
And then what?
Then spring can happen.
Then spring. Everybody likes spring.
Are the summer court going to treat humans?
The thing is, it's literally
better?
been dark and winter for years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I may be so bold, Wayfarer, I would like to speak to Miss Whisper for one quick moment as an aside.
It's the whisper.
Yes, the whisper, as it were.
Hey, respect the aside, man.
I do ask. Jenika, to the best of your knowledge, are the words coming from your mouth, as embodied by the whisper, to be trusted?
She believes that she is telling the truth. She believes in her cause. She thinks the summer people are better than the winter people.
Interesting. Well, if nothing else, we know that she's coming from a place of sincerity.
Yes, she's being very sincere. And she sincerely wants to kill them.
No, given that the current status quo is certainly less than ideal, it seems that maintaining it would not necessarily be a wise course of action.
I agree.
Excellent. I think I'm on board with this plan.
Did you say that you're bored with this plan?
On board.
Ah, okay, good. I was hoping I was entertaining you.
Gina, you do not have to take my advice by any means, but including your future husband on any plans that we make as a group and what our intentions are, as they will directly affect him, might be considered by yourself before we execute the plan.
I could send a banana wasp.
I do not think that would be a wise course of action in this juncture.
Fey knowledge from
I was
this side
mostly
of the
just
table.
joking.
Specifically from Jack and the Whisper.
I beat it by
Fail.
7.
Beat it by 7.
You beat it by 7? And you beat it by 7. Okay, so you both know that the way that Walter was talking was... He was telling you something by not telling you something. And what he was telling you was that he is a spy, right? That he has to report to the Winter Court.
Right, because he's their servant.
So keeping him apprised of what's going on is like reporting directly to the Winter Court.
But,
I'm just telling you what is actually the case.
okay.
No, you can argue. What's up?
I know, I don't want to argue.
He could be.
You might have a really good point. I'm absolutely willing to hear it.
He could be a spy even if he's on our side and appreciate our outcome.
Oh, he
Still
is
not
on your
gonna
side.
stop spying.
Yeah, he
But
can't
won't
stop spying.
spy.
Still gonna spill his guts.
He is
Anything
compelled.
we tell him, they know.
So
Okay,
it's in
great.
his best interest to not know.
Oh, I think we should totally apprise him of our plans that we're not going to do.
That's fine.
Fake plans.
Misdirection, my dear.
No problem with this strategy. I would be curious what fake plan you'd like to offer as an alternative.
Let's figure out a real plan first, shall we?
It seemed pretty straightforward. Take something sharp and insert it into the key
I'm
hunter.
just gonna waltz over the wall and kill the hunter. That's how you're going to do it.
I didn't say the plan was fleshed out.
Would my Fey blade help kill the hunter?
Probably a little bit, but no.
Okay. What about 30 of them?
30 of them will be closer, but he is one of the High Fae. So he would have to be...
There's only one way to kill him.
Well, no, the blades absolutely help. But if you want him gone forever, you gotta name him too.
I understand.
There's only one way to do that. And I'm not going to do that.
What is this one way?
I'm not going to do that.
Name him? Is that what you just said?
Like he did in Youngstown.
I am not doing that again.
I mean,
That's
I named
not happening.
Gina when she was born. I could come up with a name for him if we really need it.
Why will you not name him?
I am not putting that thing on again.
Why not?
There is something in there.
And you're afraid.
I don't want anything to do with it.
And yet this is our
You
best,
have no idea what they're talking about.
Clearly.
This is our best course of action. The plan clearly laid out in front of us.
The last time I put that on, a little piece of Jack came off when it came off. It's gone. It's not there anymore. Do you understand?
I do. And what is
I
your
don't
better
know
so-
what happens if I put that on. If Jack's gone, am I still here?
I don't know.
My health greatly concerns me.
Ah.
What is
indeed.
this thing?
So how do you propose we kill him?
Come up with another idea.
Ah, and the only way to kill him is to name him.
What is this
What
thing?
is this that? Would you speak?
That thing that's in that hood.
You know about the cloak? The one he put on last time?
Yes.
Yes, but to us it just looked like him putting on and doing a thing. It didn't
Well,
there was
and-
nothing
and-
that
and
we got from
currently-
that.
Well, no, you felt that deep-seated,
Right.
automatic horror and fear.
And currently,
Right.
I mean, Meg's all Avatar right now.
Right.
So any conversation she has, I'm operating in the impression right now that I'm listening to
A mix.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And she could have changed that at any time and hasn't.
Right.
She's choosing
No, which
this.
is totally fine.
Well, but
totally
I was
fine.
told that I can access the memories.
No,
It's just
you're
fine.
totally fine. I was just trying to figure out for my own sake right then, as far as who I was listening to right here, and how the interaction was taking place.
Yeah, I'll move over too. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Thank you, Chad.
What was?
Let's just try some other ideas first before we just throw Jack to the wolves here.
Why are you the only one? who
You've
can
explained
wear it?
nothing to them. So,
Let me make it a little more clear.
there's no one else to do it.
When Jack puts that thing on, part of him leaves for good when he takes it off. If he keeps putting it on, there's no Jack. There's only that thing.
And the thing is, what?
I don't know, but it's really, really scary.
When
You
put
do
on
know what
the-
it is, James. You do.
Jack calls it the blacksmith.
I thought the blacksmith was dead.
Nobody's seen him.
It's kind of confusing.
How many more times can you put it on before you're gone?
That might be it. I don't know.
Is that why you're scared? Because this could be the last time.
I have lost enough people. Jack doesn't deserve that. You might just jump into these places and these bodies and just throw them away and let them die, but I'm not going to do it.
You will hear me speak this one time. I do not throw away a body, and I do not care about anyone in any world I go to. So you will not question that again. I'm asking you, how many times left do you have to put on the hood?
Maybe one, I don't know.
All
Is
right.
Jack the only one capable of putting on the hood?
Jack's been through the ritual. No one else can do it until he does, and then someone else will have to go through the ritual. He'll find some other apprentice to do the same thing. And then they'll find another apprentice, and another one, and another one.
Okay.
The disposable. And while Jack might be willing to get rid of himself, I'm not so keen on letting him die.
No, that's fine.
Then you can't put on the cloak again.
Yet. So what's our other way to kill him?
I can make as many Fey blades as I want.
You could probably take out just about every rider in that hunt.
We're talking about killing the hunter specifically?
Yes.
So minus this true name factor, I believe, is what you're saying we need. Is that what we need, is the true name?
Could we get
Correct.
the hunter to give up his true name like I did? Some bargaining chip we could use to make him.
Become mortal?
Oh, she. Make
She?
her, yes, become mortal, like I did. It is not such a huge thing.
It seems quite large for someone who has been immortal for who knows how long.
Perhaps she is bored.
To give up their immortality so that they don't kill us, so that we can hopefully overthrow them.
There isn't another way, is there?
Who would be aware of the name of the true name, as you say, of the hunter?
The Queen? Perhaps?
Is it only the blacksmith? And you can only access that information when you're in the hood.
Only the blacksmith knows it. When he puts that on, he's not Jack. It's the blacksmith.
Right, but Jack, in your head right now.
But they don't know who the blacksmith is.
Yeah, we really don't. We just know this kind of what you said before.
I would call him a really scary demon, but you clearly have more experience in these strange metaverses with magic than I do.
Well, I mean, it seems logical that this blacksmith identity is something that Jack took on of his own volition. At least that's the impression I've gotten from you thus far. Or at least the impression I've gotten from you when you are Jack. If that is the case, it's also...
Oh, Jack is more than willing, I'm not.
So, if I'm to understand correctly then, you feel that it is immoral to allow your avatar to act in a way that would be in keeping with that avatar's own sense of self.
I'm not going to lose anyone else.
What do you mean by lose them?
Lose an avatar or lose someone you're close to.
Have you lost any?
Many times.
But what do you mean by lose?
Actually, it depends on what you mean by any.
I think he means having an avatar die.
Is that what you mean?
Have you ever lost your avatar?
She did.
None of them ever have.
No.
She did pilot an avatar that dies frequently.
True.
True.
Okay.
She comes back.
Christian.
No, what happens?
They're gone. So what happens? They're not there.
And it's your fault.
You did it. They're gone. Completely gone. How much have you traveled? Have you had many avatars?
I've had 4.
When you calm your mind and reach out, you should feel them. They should be there. When they die, they're gone. They're gone. Do you understand?
Yes.
There's only one way around such things, and it's perilous and risks. I've already done it once.
Wait, a way around losing someone?
You never get to keep them. You lose them, no matter what.
Right, everyone
They all
dies.
die.
Everyone dies eventually, Ronald. I mean, that's hardly news.
But if you have one you really care about, someone very special,
Jack is imprinted on you. This
you can bond with them.
Do
You
we
can
lose-
keep them with you.
If they die, do we lose our connection and therefore whatever they granted us as we bonded?
Most pilots do. Frankly, most pilots die when their avatars die.
But not you.
Rhodes pulled me out of mine. He made me watch.
We did have that gentleman whose name I've forgotten. Scott, was it? During the
Scott's
alien
avatar
invasion,
died and Scott died.
The one who attempted to betray us to the alien invasion.
Yeah, he did die.
Seattle world.
Did Johnny die? Johnny Legion. Christian, as Rosie channeling a little bit of hex here, can I do a sorcery check on that cloak?
If you can see the cloak, if he takes it out, yes, you can.
Are you willing to take it out so that I may examine, not put on? Or I can take it out for you. I don't know how it works.
Careful, it feels alive.
So I got a 4, beating my sorcery by 10. Any information that I can gain about what kind of magic or who can wear it or the effects or like as someone not originally, I guess my body is originally from this world. There's information on the cloak because he's so scared about putting it back on and he's so scared.
You can't get anywhere near it, I'm sorry. Like when he takes it out, it is horrifying.
Okay.
To you. Physically, it is anathema. You don't want to look at it.
All of us?
Okay.
No, her.
Just her.
And a little bit her.
A little bit.
A little bit hurt. Okay.
But not us.
Nope,
Humans.
you're fine.
We can just look
Looks
at
like a cloak.
Can I use some Jenika to like depress the fear part a little bit?
That's what I was gonna do.
If you can get enough meta points to, or you can use a buff, obviously.
I can use a buff. I'll use my buff. I'll go full pilot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm full Rosie, so I assume it's not terrifying.
You can make your
anymore.
sorcery check at a -5 now.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 3.
Well, that's
so gonna be an 8. So I
that
beat
is
it by
plenty.
6.
You beat it by plenty.
Thank you for the buff.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what you needed.
Yeah.
So what do you want to know about it?
I want to. I guess so because he's so scared about putting it back on and losing Jack, which I get. Which I
It is
understand,
an intelligent, enchanted item, near as you can tell, an artifact of some kind. Very, very powerful.
Okay, intelligent and enchanted.
Is it like the ring?
In a lot of ways.
Can it be spoken to?
No.
No. Can anyone wear it?
No.
No.
I mean, yes, but it'll kill most people.
Gotcha, because you have to go through the ritual.
Several of them.
Several of them, which we don't have time for.
Takes just a ton of training and a lot of nasty things happening to your body.
Gotcha.
Why hasn't
gotcha.
Jack been training a new apprentice?
Jack hasn't hasn't had that cloak very long.
Well, if he hasn't had the cloak that long, then why would it be close to killing him already? I mean, if he has to hand it over to someone, at some point he needs to go through a training process with some other individual.
I don't think Jack's the one keeping Jack from doing things.
Right. It's Ronald who is scared. Because he's already lost one avatar. That we know of. There could be more. And whatever that does to him mentally, makes him unstable. And it's terrifying enough that he won't do it again.
I am assuming we can't spend meta points for him.
No. No, you may not.
I just was assuming.
So we're talking about how to kill the hunter, right?
Right.
And perhaps the blacksmith could be, because they're all scared of him. We saw that happen.
Fact is, he doesn't seem like he's that interested in helping, and he seems like he's fairly unwavering in his resolve.
Look at all this iron that's here.
Right.
Right, the problem
And
being
you're
that-
figuring, like, at the very least, you should go out to the gate and figure out what you can do about it, because Zenda probably isn't going to be much help.
Could we put him in any cloak and just scare them a little? Make them go away?
I don't know.
You would know that would work.
Yeah, because the instant it came out, we were aware, and so they would be aware, oh, it's just a cloak.
Oh, got it.
Thank you, Chad.
Hashtag MetaPoint preparing for the next argument over Jack's dying body or just being able to see a cloak without flinching. Whatever seems more important.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, we can, Jeannie can definitely damage him. But I guess what my struggle is that the wild hunt is not going to stop. No matter how much damage we do to them, they will not stop until we are murdered. So the only way to stop them is to kill them, and the only way to kill them is to name them. So our other option is for
So you cannot kill a Fae without a true name.
You can kill any Fae without a true name as long as you have cold iron or the right type of weapon. However, the Highborn,
you can't.
the Great Fae,
Well, then we just need the blessed name.
That's right.
Which they tell
no one.
No.
Right, so how do we get rid of Ronald?
I'm still here!
He heard you say that.
I know, I said it out
Yeah.
loud.
No, we
Strategically, Ronald is
There
an
are other
impediment
ways.
right now.
we
I'd
have
like
to
figure out
respect
how to-
Ronald's wishes.
Thank you.
We would ask that our wishes
Fully
be respected.
understand. Yeah.
I understand that. I also want to respect Ronald's avatar's wishes. Jack currently, we know, has been operating under a certain moral code. Ronald is doing his best to act in a way opposite of that. So
Right, they are at odds with
when
each
it
other.
comes to the ethical dilemma in front of us, it's not a black or white situation. It's quite
Correct.
gray.
The motorcycles are definitely at the gate now. You're going to want to at least make your way to the gate if you want to see what's going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go to the gate.
I want to talk about this later. This ethics discussion.
Ron, you really want to help? It's just you can't.
No.
You just can't.
You try.
The resolve, it's never been...
Taking. Not my thing.
Can I give him any, like, sedatives or something to help calm him down?
You don't have any.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't... Medicine is not a thing that's easy to come by.
Okay.
Oh, I could easily right now. I'm just trying to figure out what to use that item on.
Well, maybe wait till you see what's at the gates. As Ronald is many things. Scared, certainly. Cowardly, some might say. But really, he's not your problem at the moment. Your problem is there are 1,000 guys on motorcycles led by a giant devil man with big antlers at your front gate.
Okay. As Aquamarine, I'm super interested in discussing this. Like,
Oh yeah,
much more.
And I
but
think that we should definitely look more into it.
wants to go help and save everyone. And
So the other four of you,
It can't hurt to take a look.
Yeah. So what is your plan? What are we doing? Where are we going? What are we trying to do when we get there?
We should at least go take a look.
I'm planning on going.
Let's go to
And
the
then
gate.
making as many Fey blades as possible and just
All right.
hucking them.
So you're planning on going there and just starting to throw knives.
Like a
Got
machine
it? Awesome.
I think we should.
Somebody
let this
heard something
Iron-
different than I heard, but that's fine.
I think we should let this Iron King talk to him. Maybe he can make him go away.
Is there any other way to get the name of the? No, just the blacksmith. That's it. That's it.
Let's go hear what he has to say. Maybe it's not so bad. Come on.
Let's go.
Ronald, in all of your time traversing the metaverse, have you been able to bounce between pod and metaverse? Even if it was 2 seconds back in the pod to say one thing, and then you're back to where you were.
I've never done anything like that.
Have you heard of it being done?
I suppose it would be possible.
Just thinking about Crash. Just thinking about how Crash can help
I
us out.
suppose it would be entirely possible.
What's a crash? He says.
Right, no, I mean,
I see no reason it wouldn't work.
it's a long shot, but if Crash could look up Fey names, or if he could somehow get in the pod, if he trade same avatar, different pilot, or if
You know that's not a thing.
okay, that's good to know.
Avatars are attuned. Sorry.
Right.
All right, let's go. Let's go to see what Walter's up to.
Let's see what he has to say. Maybe it's not so bad.
Unless
Yes.
sometimes that attunement goes wrong. And we do find ourselves in different avatars.
I've shared an avatar.
That is a thing that has happened in the past.
In which case, there could be an opportunity for a less risk-averse pilot.
So I'm thinking that, or it's the get us the name, and then he can pop back, and hopefully Crash has a Fey name for us that one of us could attempt.
Now, this requires you understand your friend Crash to do research.
No. I'm saying there's a much simpler way.
Yeah, like
Which
that's
is meltdown.
Right. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. But Crash is not involved, so we can't melt down. Oh, but we can melt down.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, shit. Well, shit.
That's a completely different animal, folks.
Oh.
So you make your way towards the gate. I imagine there's.
Yeah.
You're walking, so it'll take a little while.
Maybe it's not so bad. We can work something out.
But like as soon as you leave the cul-de-sac, those motorcycles are rumbling, and you remember feeling them right behind.
Yeah, no,
behind
it's
you.
terrifying.
And as you walk closer and closer to the wall,
Chat saving us.
Look, just don't kill anyone.
That's so the point is so that we kill someone.
I think she meant us.
I know.
Jesus! Oh my god, funny.
But none of us are the ones who can make that happen. Only this little brilliant
yeah, that
mind
drops
is
when
the
I
one
say
who
it
can
drops,
drop
guys, and not until. But hey, it was a lovely idea. I'm not saying it won't work.
No,
I'm
it was
just
good. I'm
saying.
glad that we got to a pattern of
I'm
thought.
glad that you were at a.
Well, honestly, when you started talking about Crash, what made me
Yeah.
think, I'm like, well, no, he's right. The attunement doesn't melt down.
Yeah.
Right, there is a way to do it.
Yeah.
And there'd be a 20% chance that it couldn't be Thomas, in which case, if I die again,
I have no idea
knows
what
what
you're
that
talking
means?
about.
Yeah. All right.
Melts down?
Oh no, that was player play.
Anyway, here
What's
we
a
are.
melt
We're at the
down?
wall.
You know.
I hate that he's
like,
actually
you can't
James right now. That's the hard
function.
part.
All right, folks, you make your way towards the wall. When you get there, where do you do? Are you standing behind the wall? You're gonna get up on the wall.
I want a good view up on the wall.
You want a good view of everything.
I'm not standing on the wall. I'm standing
No, you walk right over that. You don't like to touch iron, even though it doesn't hurt you.
I would like
It's
to go.
gross.
I'd like to go back to my avian form to get a nice kind of bird's eye view of how surrounded.
Give me
are they?
a rune
Absolutely.
word roll.
Hashtag Thomas Buff if you can't pull a Fey name out of a hat. Just pull a blacksmith out of a cloak.
You can't.
Nice.
Oh,
Thank you, Chad.
Hey,
I
I really
can't-
like this creative thinking
I know.
though that's
I do
happening.
too.
can't
That is
pull
very
unique
nice. But
items.
no, Maggie, you cannot unless you use a meta point.
I was going to.
Okay.
Um,
You have to tell me first
I,
before I make the roll. looks like.
I know I haven't
Are we
rolled yet.
announcing our actions right now?
So I'm gonna use at least 2 of those meta points.
2 meta points.
And you want room work. Oh, thank goodness. Beat it by 8.
Did we say thank you, chat?
Thank you, Chad.
I want to make sure we did.
We love you, Chad.
Okay.
We love you all, chat.
And that's
We
numbers.
love you all, chat.
That is numbers. Yes. Those. Why are you explaining that to
Oh,
me?
you said, like maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if it's good enough or not.
Oh, right. Okay. I see what you're
So
saying.
you're trying to figure out what exactly?
I just want a bird's eye view. I want it, like, how are
You're
they...
just trying to shape change and you beat it by 8?
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah. I'm just...
It's just a lot harder to change since you got jacked by the iron, so.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure how many more rounds that'll...
That's fine now. It's just your
Oh.
it's just your skills are still taking a hit from it.
Oh, ouchie, ouchie. I got you.
For as long as you're inside.
Yeah, basically, from the bird's eye view, are they trying to surround us? Are they all just centered in one area? Are there...
They are about 50 feet back from the wall.
Okay.
And they are as far as the eye can see. In every direction.
One giant. Oh, every direction. So it's like a big.
Yes, it's like they are surrounding the city. You do not know how many there are. There appear to be thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands.
All right, maybe this wasn't a good idea.
It's a sea of people. It looks like. Yeah.
Is that Studebaker around anywhere?
Not here near the gates. No.
No, I mean I haven't gone to the gate, so I'm back with order.
Oh, you're back at the house. You didn't walk with
You know,
everybody else
I wonder what
an
would
hour
happen
back
if
to the
Thomas
gate.
melted down into a Fae avatar. Because he is Google. So then he would literally be Google Fae. Hashtag cool rule.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Chad.
So you don't. Okay, everybody, we got to back up because Chris.
Well, no. I just want to know where the Studebaker is before following everyone.
Well, the Studebaker drove off while you were at the house.
Right.
And then everybody walked there except for you, who are looking for a Studebaker. It's an hour back walking.
It's an hour back walking.
Yes.
No,
About 3 miles in from
I'll
the
stay
wall.
with Gina. I'll stay with Gina.
Is there a hierarchy?
There are other cars.
Oh, I'd like to find a car.
Yeah, there are cars everywhere.
Oh, cool. Any of them run?
Most of them don't, but
You're a mechanic.
you're a mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, so here's what's going on, just to give you where I'll be for all of this. I'm gonna die if I try and fight these guys normally.
Sure.
And that's not really high on Thomas or Joey's list.
I feel that.
So what I'm thinking right now is I'd like to find a car that works.
Okay.
I'd like to have my daughter's help in forging in a bit around the sides.
Hell, half of the wall is made of cars. So
I want to try and make a murder vehicle.
Oh yeah, no, you want to? I'm going to give you a chance to make an AT murder vehicle.
Cool.
I mean,
Oh, it's gonna be real.
what kind of
cool.
GM
I'm
would
just
I be
thinking,
if I
like,
didn't give you a montage?
That's like
scene
what I have to work on
build
right now during this
It's
thing.
gonna be
'Cause
such a cool car.
2 questions.
But you don't want to do that back at the cul-de-sac you were at. You're going to want to do that
I'll do it with
closer to
them.
the
I
wall.
want to stay with Gina.
Thank you.
Find a car here.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Is there a hierarchy in, like, can we see where the leader of the hunt is?
Yeah, he's the giant, like 12-foot tall
Right, and the
dude
rest
with the
of
big stag horns.
So
and-
everyone else is the normal people who are just crazy.
Well, they look like various types of,
Right,
people and fae and weird
But there's
creatures.
no, like, he's not like hidden way in the back or.
Oh, no, he rides right at the front.
Great. Just to point out to everyone,
He's got a chariot, a couple of birds,
if we need time
blackbirds.
to figure something out, we have seen how well a dome succeeds.
What is she talking
How
about?
do you propose making a dome? A time bubble?
An
Iron
iron
dome.
dome. I'm just saying, if this doesn't go well, we have seen how well that works before. It wouldn't be our worst idea to protect ourselves until we can come up with a game plan before dying.
Oh, not a dome for the entire city, but
A dome for the entire city.
wouldn't that be a time crunch?
I don't know. She's very fast.
Also, does it?
I'm not saying it's what we should do. I'm saying if this goes sideways
Also,
and
does-
we find ourselves in a position where we are screwed.
If
Doesn't don't we also have like an ability to adjust time?
I don't know because I don't know.
I don't know either.
No, not exactly.
All right.
I'm just thinking of a protection in some way that they will maybe not want to bust through, or that nature cannot necessarily get rid of itself over time. It's a backup plan, guys. It's a
Yeah,
backup
no,
plan.
I was definitely thinking
Right.
like some kind of
So,
wall or something. So yes.
You have yet to come up
Same.
with a cohesive plan of any kind. Just to tell you where you are with our 40 minutes left.
The only one that we can think of is effectively cock-blocked. I mean,
I understand.
we don't-
I'm going to lay out the situation for you as it stands right now.
Okay.
Right now, you all have different ideas about what you should do. This is the time where you either have to do those things or come up with something together. So we either need to get to work on your individual actions, whatever those may be.
Oh, hell.
Has Walter been talking to
Oh
you at
no,
all?
you've already made your decision, Zenda.
Yeah. So when we arrive at the wall, is Walter attempting
Walter
to
is
speak
there.
but he said he was going to go try to speak to the leader. Is he doing that?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Nope. The Wild Hunt leader has not come any closer.
I see. Oh, so they can't hear. I see. Yeah. Okay. It's far away.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to get individual ideas from each of you. If that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we do have a roll of cool.
So all we see is just individuals. We don't see like the hunter.
Oh no, if you get up on the wall, you absolutely see the hunter.
We see the hunter. How far away is the hunter?
He is, like I said, about 150 yards back from the wall.
And is Walter trying to talk to the hunter right now?
No, he's waiting for the hunter to come closer, but the hunter is coming closer only slowly. The rest of the hunt seems more inclined to move closer than he does.
So what if the hunter changes his mind and he's just like, no, I don't want to do this anymore? Would they all leave?
They might, but, and you wouldn't necessarily know this, the High Fae are not known for changing their mind, especially if they have a particular task.
They've never called off a hunt, which we know because he told us.
But they might.
There's a first time for everything.
There is a first time for everything, and
I just don't see it happening.
it's not like great odds. They can't be affected. You can't like charm them.
You can't charm
You
them?
can't charm them. Yeah, that's like their one of their big things is they just can't be charmed at all.
Darn.
I know. Sorry to take away like one of your best tools. That's not what I was intending to do. It's just kind of the nature of enchantment.
Their extreme personal narcissism makes it impossible.
They like themselves more than they could ever like anyone else.
Okay. That's interesting.
Well, who has a plan?
Well, I mean, given the lack of a name by which to kill the hunter, then it seems logical what will occur is that the gates will be stormed, chaos will ensue, a large battle will be the outcome of that. As far as anything that I can do personally, I'm back on Murder Van. I don't see any other more logical.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm all right with
You
the
know,
murder van.
with the parts that you have here, you guys could whip together a pretty darn decent murder van between the two of you in a pretty short amount of time.
One of the
Murder van gets my vote.
I like Murder Van or Dome of Iron.
Yeah, tell me how Dome of Iron works.
Just protects everything.
I'm just trying to buy us more time with it. That's all I was just like. If for some reason we're getting attacked,
Ah,
we're all
yes.
down.
So
and,
a million people can starve instead.
Could there be
No, I obviously it wouldn't be up for a long time. But if we're all down
suffocate
to
or
5
cook.
hit points,
right?
she could save us so that we could gather our
All right,
brains for
so
a second. That,
the
Could they
murder
be
van.
distracted in some kind of way?
So this was my question.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a goal of getting the Wild Hunt to follow me.
Mm-hmm.
Can I entice them to follow me someplace, and then I could lose them because I can?
The very nature of you makes that impossible.
Okay. I understand.
It's all you can do to get them to see you, let alone
Oh.
chase you for any length of time.
I can't like taunt them or. Move.
You're like the only thing in the world they can't follow to the ends of the earth.
But can I make them want to?
No.
Okay.
Not that I can think of. I mean, let's think of a really good idea that might work on a
yeah.
scary immortal being.
What if we distract them in some kind of way, or figure out another way?
Yeah, anything is possible. I just want to hear.
So far, I'm only hearing murder car.
I'm only
murder
hearing.
car,
I'm hearing murder car and lots of what ifs.
Murder car.
Well, do you have an idea, Vanessa?
Well, it worked really well when I made little things that looked like them.
Yeah.
If we can play into how into themselves they are, maybe they would stop. Perhaps some kind of hunter statue or
It's a
shiny
possibility, but you wouldn't be
metal
able to work on
machine.
Murder Van during that time.
And once you get into the statue, then he's just going to want to do what he's supposed to do. Yeah, kill you.
I mean,
What if
the
there's-
last time we did that, she did eventually decide to just come back anyway. An
That's
hour
true.
later.
That's true. Do they like
Yeah.
to look at themselves? Would that distract them?
As you look out over them, a lot of them are just mortals who have gone crazy and decided to join the hunt, so they're not quite the Fae. The Great Hunter himself.
Here's a bit towards the possible wagon hashtag hack attack.
Thanks,
All right, murder wagon. Let's make a big, beautiful murder wagon.
Since
The main hunter, you can see, has like the big horned, antlered helmet, a hood, and one red glowing eye on one side. Everything else is darkness.
One red glowing eye.
Yeah, you imagine that if he did get a statue of himself, he'd be as frightened by it as you are. He is not even remotely Fae beautiful.
when you
But
say
he is Fae.
Yeah.
when you say one red glowing eye, meaning there is no other eye there, or
Meaning
is it
like
just,
he's wearing a big hood,
yeah,
right?
and one of them glows.
And all you see is darkness, and then one glowing eye on one side.
Will you make me an iron bullet and a gun?
Yeah.
There are guns.
Great, I want a cold iron bullet.
I make it.
Looking to piss him off. I like it.
I make several.
Well, I can't help with Murder Van.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could hand you metal. I guess I could do that.
Ah!
What are you doing?
I don't know, they whispered for a second.
What are you doing?
Use my buff.
And you can't?
No, I'm going to use my buff.
You're going to use your buff.
So Thomas is using his buff. Okay.
Yeah, I just reread it.
So, you're making a murder van?
Sure. Just want to use that buff at some point. You let me know when I can.
You can use it now. What do you want to do? Like up until 10 seconds ago, I thought you wanted to make a murder van.
I did. I still could because I'm just saying it's the buff.
Murder wagons seem fun. Hashtag hack attack.
Thank you, chat.
So in rereading my buff, I'd like to put myself where I am, and then I'd also.
But you are where you are.
I know. Where is it? Thomas may make a skill check at the highest available check of the party, or he may place himself and one ally anywhere on the pilot avatar slider.
Oh, that's better. That guy won't shut up.
I had no idea.
Wow.
It's been so damn long since I looked at the fine print on that thing.
Yep.
I am sorry. I am sorry.
No,
sorry.
I like how that went down.
Yeah, okay.
Jack.
Murder car was cool, but Jack.
Oi.
Murder van, hashtag hack attack.
In my head, that was murder van,
Murder van.
Thank you, Miss Priscilla.
And I feel like we'll probably whip something up at some point. But anyway.
Murder van will happen.
I think a murder van sounds great.
All right. So, in addition to that, since that's a non-action, would you like to make a murder van?
Yes.
All right. You can do that in under an hour.
Cool.
You can make a whole van from scratch using spare parts you've got. You and as long as she can sculpt things for you.
Yep.
You can make a murder van of murderous proportions.
While they're doing that, I do the last
18
ritual.
music plays in the background.
I do the last ritual.
Okay, so he's like, all right, I'm gonna need a little bit of help.
I just during the building of the murder van of the fragging wagon, whatever we're gonna call it, can the theme song from Who's the Boss be playing?
I like that you called it the fragging wagon, and now
They've been saying it the whole time.
Oh, now the murder van has Matt Vansel's voice in my head. Hey, ladies and gentlemen of fake horrors! We are coming down.
How's everybody liking the Fae-apocalypse? Well, here's a song from the Smiths to really put you in the mood.
As I mow you down with some
so,
Motown.
Before Jack goes into ritual mode, Jack, what do you lose a piece of yourself when you put the hood on?
This is it.
You die. If you put that hood on, you die.
It's part of the deal.
Is it what you want?
I agreed to this a long time ago.
I know, but I'm thinking about not to Jack. I'm thinking about the mental consequences for Ronald.
Screw that guy.
Jack, backing out into practical land for a moment, what is the succession plan in the event that this does end your existence?
The blacksmith will get another apprentice.
How?
He'll find one, like he found me.
Just a random person picks up the cloak on the side of the road?
The apprentices don't find each other.
The blacksmith will find him.
Okay.
You know what? While you're making murder van, I'm using the last meta point we have. I'm going over one. I want to put the hood on. I want to see what happens.
So you're taking the hood?
Taking the hood,
Okay.
putting it on.
Would he let her?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna let you do that.
But you do pick up the hood, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
That'll kill you. You should put that down.
30 damage.
Okay. That's fine.
That's gonna kill you. Put it down.
Do you touch it with the other hand?
No.
Okay, so you've got it in one hand.
One hand, and I obviously feel the pain.
That's going to kill you.
It's sucking your life force out of you.
Okay, thank you. So then I will drop it. Okay, great.
Yeah, you can feel it like pulling blood and it.
Okay, that wasn't yet.
Wounds.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't like to be touched.
Oh, I see. It takes an hour to build murder van.
About.
Can I?
What is the blacksmith? Like, what being? Excuse me if you've already explained this, but just what is?
He hasn't explained anything, actually. You've asked him to several times, and he has refused.
The blacksmith hunts and kills Fae. He has always hunted and killed Fae.
Winter and summer.
Is the blacksmith?
Is he Fae? Is he human?
He's
is
a human.
He's human.
Until you showed up, lady, I didn't know the summer court was real.
So would you kill summer court people?
I never have.
All right, good enough.
You'll notice that all of the runes that are on him are all summer court runes.
Oh yeah, you're my team.
He doesn't know, but like
know what you're
all of the
talking
scars on his body are all summer court runes.
Okay.
Runes of protection, runes of vengeance,
I tell him
runes
that.
of strength, runes.
I tell him that.
Wow. So the blacksmith is human though, not summer court.
Mm-hmm.
But has our power.
It's a host.
A host.
The person's just a host.
But the person has to be trained
Right.
as an
which is why-
apprentice
which is
for
why
years.
Can I be hurling fey blades at various hunting people?
Oh, are you attacking? Okay, never mind. Everybody roll
no,
initiative.
no. I was asking.
You can, yes, I'm sorry. You can absolutely be doing
I didn't
that.
know what was happening during the hour that it takes to build the murder car.
Well, right now they're just still standing outside the gates, but if you start throwing knives at them, they rush right in.
Ooh, okay, got it.
But we won't know that unless you do
Unless
that.
I do
so
that.
I'm assuming you did. Everybody roll initiative.
Damn it, Christian.
Well, you had no way of knowing.
I know.
You want to start tossing fey blades around? Go ahead.
22.
29.
I don't know if you have boosted in this world, but regardless, Christian, you are doing awesome. You are. Hashtag MetaPoint.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a 27.
That's a lot of meta points, guys. Thank you, Chad.
Wow. I have 20. I rolled a 20.
Hold on. We got what now?
27.
27. You got 20.
23. 22. 23. One of those.
Which one?
I don't remember. Wait, 13 plus the 9. No, 22.
You want to roll again?
No, it's 22.
Okay.
29.
There was a 3 in the 13, and that's what I remember. Thomas, did you roll initiative?
Oh, I'm last. I'm last.
Is it just embarrassing? I want to know.
I rolled a 5 total. Plus,
I'm just writing down last.
I'm last. I'm very, very last.
Okay, so this initiative will be in reaction to the gate coming down.
Ronald, I ask you one favor. If you would please be...
If even one of those rocks would have gone over and like
I
fallen.
do ask you one
Okay.
favor.
They would
start.
attack.
Okay.
Before you do place...
So you're like
a
thinking
foot
about
on
throwing a
the
knife, and if they see it like
if you would
pop up
please
over the top of the
pick
wall,
up
they're all
one
coming
of
in.
them
Okay.
So that I may assist you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Why? Okay.
All right, give me percentile rolls if you could. That's 2d10. And let me know what you get.
Got a 9 and a 4.
Okay, you guys have to pick a tens and a ones place. And instead of telling me if you got a 9 and a 4, tell me whether it's a 94 or a 49
23.
based on what those die are.
Was that all of us you just said?
Oh, I should use the tensy one.
Or you can just pick this silver one to be 10s or this blue one to be 10s, as long as you know ahead of time.
Christian, all of us?
Everybody, please.
Yes. I'm a 23.
Thank you.
26.
Good.
48.
All right.
94.
Uh-huh. And you also got 94?
Really?
Okay. Everybody who got above 50% gets attacked this round.
Oh.
Everybody who got below does not.
Okay. Excellent.
In game terms, I'm asking you to let me know the round before you put the cloak on.
I'm gonna be letting you know about now.
Okay. Then let me act before you do, please.
9. What is your dodge bonus?
4.
Okay.
-6.
I know. It's crazy. But actually, you're the only one who got hit.
Oh,
Because they rolled really good.
okay.
And they rolled exactly what they needed to hit you, which was a 5.
Uh-huh.
So,
Okay.
that's okay. You're only going to take 25 damage,
Okay.
but it's stampede damage. These folks come in, the gate busts down, and the empty spaces that were filled with rubble are now filled with hungry, angry, screaming people with sharp things that are trying to rend you limb from limb.
How did they get me if I'm up here in the air? Do you remember when I was walking, like...
Yeah, the Wild Hunt doesn't just have ground vehicles.
Oh, okay. Just curious.
Like,
Thank
they
you.
have motorcycles on the ground, but they have flying creatures
Great.
that stay low to the ground and then come and swoop up over the top of things. They cover an area. And that is what they are doing. It's
Okay.
like they're climbing up the walls and going over everything.
Okay, got it.
And one of them just slashes you as it goes by.
Okay, bite. Bite. All right. 90, 20.
But yeah, you do not get hit. You manage to take some cover, but there are people not in directly the areas that you are currently standing based on your percentile rolls, but everywhere.
So you said I got
You are in danger every round of being trampled.
25.
Know this now.
Christian, you said I lost 25 health?
Yes.
Okay.
But that can come off of your
Right,
bonuses.
I did. I added it and then I subtracted it.
Excellent. Okie doke. So first up, I have I've got James.
I have this first strike thing. Is that a thing that is a thing?
Yeah, let's see. For your first attack. So
just
you
when
can
I
get
go.
that for your first
Okay.
attack. Yep.
I'm going to carve the last rune in.
Okay, that's going to take you the round. You'll need somebody to do runic magic while it's happening.
So that would be me.
I have rune work.
You could also do it, but you're up on top of the wall, so you can't.
Okay.
I'll do it. I don't mind doing that for him.
Okay, excellent.
Succeed by 5.
Yours is going to be at a -5 because of its summer court, but you rolled double ones, which is the best thing you can possibly do. And it's just like you knew the whole time exactly what the summer court version of that particular rune was going to look like.
Hell yeah.
And it finishes off the word protector.
I like it. Very cool.
Hector.
It means night protector specifically when all of the runes are put together.
Nice.
And that'll be your round. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I don't mind. That's fine.
So that takes you guys off the table for that, which means it is Sarah's turn.
Okay. So first strike plus 40 damage. I'm just making as many Fey Blades as I can and hurling
You have to
them.
pick one target for this attack.
I want to the hunter.
Oh, you're going to go directly after the hunter. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
And is that the percentage thing again or not?
No, that's just your roll.
Regulars.
Rolling your regular dice.
Oh, I got a 3.
You got a 3. That will definitely hit him because you beat your ACV by 6.
Yeah.
And it's your special attack, so
I
you
also
actually
have
beat
fighting,
it by...
which is
16. So you beat it by plenty.
13.
That means you're going to do 200% damage.
Uh-huh.
So that'll
40
be...
plus 40.
Right, so your Fey Blade does 30 plus 40
70.
times 2.
140.
140 damage to a thing that has not been true named. However...
Suck it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, his dodge bonus is not enough to grab it, so he will take that damage as a giant, like, he's still about 50 yards out making his way towards the gate as the rest of his swarm comes through. And you just hop up in the air a little bit and wing a knife, and he goes sticks him in that one eye that you see.
And then I have 2 attacks, so just another Fey Blade at a random.
At a rando? Okay, try and hit the rando. You missed the rando.
Wait, yeah, I did.
Yeah. Sorry. It's the way it goes. You missed the rando, but the main hunter has a knife in his eye, which is bad.
The non-red eye? Or the red
The
eye?
red eye. The other one you can't even see because it's in the hood. The glowing red eye now has a big knife in it, though.
Really hurts.
Yep, that makes it Vanessa.
Ah! Where's my dad?
He is building a car, last you saw, but he's within the vicinity.
Okay, well,
Right now he's
I
trying not to get trampled by little demon men.
run over to my dad, because I definitely want to stay with him here. And then, can I see the hunter from where I'm standing?
Not exactly. No, I mean, you could hear him just coming on the other side of the wall, but he's on the other side of the
And
wall.
they're the things right near me? Or are they
There are things everywhere, just crawling all over everything, trying to eat anything they can.
Okay, well, I run over to my dad, and I grab a big piece of metal I can find, the biggest one that I can hold, and I want to throw it in like a circle.
Discus of
A
death.
discus of death, so that it hits the things that are in our circle, so that we can gather ourselves for the next thing.
Okay, give me an attack roll. That is
6.
plenty. And your metallurgy is what?
16.
16, so you beat it by 10, which is a
Yes.
critical hit, which instead I will give you 8 of the creatures go down around you. The area is clear for the round. You won't be attacked.
Nice. Well done.
Dad!
But only you and Thomas are safe this round. But
Yeah.
due to that attack, you did take out some mooksises. That'll make it Thomas.
So, here's what I want to do, okay? Sorry, I'm really happy right now.
I can tell.
Get it.
Using Thomas's ability to once per session summon any non-unique item present in the metaverse, I would like to reach into whatever pocket dimension reality, whatever the heck I have to do to make that happen, to pull out a scroll of interplanar message, which has been modified with the rapid spell feat, thus casting as a 4th level spell.
So you're casting a D&D spell in this game?
I'm gonna cast whatever the equivalent in the metaverses would be of that, because it's not a unique item. You know what I mean?
I see. Yeah, sure.
And things like that would have existed in the metaverse we had, where we were the what was it, the throwaway D&D type characters, or like.
Oh, when I played
Questlandia.
Questlandia.
Yeah.
Pulling it from Questlandia. Then, using my sorcery skill, which I'm guessing is what I would need to use for it.
That makes sense.
I will read the spell and cast it and succeed. And then what I would like to send is a message that says the following: Crash, it's Thomas. It's imperative that you extract Ronald from this metaverse immediately. Otherwise, he and all of us are going to die. Thanks, lots. So it's a 25-word message. It will take me 1 standard action or the equivalent thereof in the system to send it to him. And we'll see what Crash does.
All right. Can I get... Hold on. I need to see what I want for this. Because this is a great use of your ability. It's really thinking outside the box in a very, what I'm assuming is illegal way. There we go. That's what I was
Yes,
looking
but he's
for.
pink with glee.
Yes.
Oh, he's happy because it was different. Like, that's all I wanted to
No, I
get was
said
that
you
reaction.
are pink with glee.
Oh, no, I'm happy also. 'Cause, yeah.
Give me that sorcery roll and tell me what you get.
Well, I mean, I did roll it already.
Oh, what was it?
I got an 11, and my score
It's
is
14.
14, and I'll use my buff on it for Patreon, so instead of beating it by 3, I'll beat it by 8.
Beat it by 8. Okay. 8. Almost a critical, man. That's great. All right. The up.
That's what I'll do.
So you think about it. There is a scary thunder sound, which is weird because there's been a lot of thunder just since the Wild Hunt pulled up. Thunder and lightning everywhere all the time, right?
Yeah.
This is like a specific like crack of a whip compared to regular thunder.
Okay.
As You like hear reality rending as it pops open, and you hear the sound like incoming bombs.
Interesting.
And a giant gold box, boom, lands directly in front of you and pops open.
And you didn't want me using nanowasps. Just letting that out there.
In my defense, I did not anticipate this.
A scroll
I trust
floats
the
up
scroll.
out of the box and starts spinning around in front of you.
Well, if I have an action left, I guess it would be a move to grab it. Whatever the equivalent would be, I'll grab it because why not? We'll see what happens.
Right. So you've got your scroll. You can read and cast next round.
Okay.
That's what that means.
Okay.
Wow, that was amazing.
Oh, right. And then I get
Yeah.
to roll this one.
Your dad just did some shit. Dad's not so such a loser anymore.
Okay. So we'll get to that. Now it is now that the main hunter's turn, because he actually did go last. He got a 3. He has no initiative bonus.
Oh.
And he rolled a 3. I was like, yeah, I rolled a 3. It's a really good roll, unless you're rolling initiative, in which case it's backwards. So he gets to go. He pulls the knife out of his eye.
I can make another
It
one.
dissipates. His eye glows red again.
Yeah.
And he looks really pissed off, and he charges the gate.
Sure.
Everybody make a body check.
Oh, that is a fail.
Mm-hmm.
Exact.
Ditto.
Okay, everybody who made their body check takes 30 electricity damage. Everybody who failed takes 50.
Okay.
Is that Fey magic?
It is. Yes, it is.
Oh man, thank goodness for that 90 health. Thank you, Jack.
Come on, guys.
Wow, I can't believe that dropped out of the sky. That was crazy.
Anybody who took full damage?
I did.
Okay, you're both prone. You get knocked down as well as taking the full damage.
Well, I guess I don't have to think about what I'm gonna do.
If you were in the air, you fall to the nearest grounded surface without taking damage. So you land on top of the wall on the battlements. You can still see what's going on. Except the difference is that big guy is inside now instead of outside, and he looks pissed.
Well, I threw a knife at his eye.
Yeah, that didn't seem to bother him. He literally just put that aside and looked basically at the place where she was on the other side of the wall and ran towards that.
Okay.
He all but ignored the knife.
Well, sure.
Except for right when it went in, and he didn't like that at all.
No.
He was like a, ugh!
Okay.
Not a happy camper.
No, happy camp.
And when you run the wild hunt, you camp all the time.
It's true.
That's
They
real.
don't just stop.
All right, it's the top of the round, which brings us back to James. Oh, and hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just use this. 6. Okay, that's fine. You'll get to go first. There is a. What's your mind score is like super high, right?
Mine?
Yeah.
For Thomas, it's a 10.
Near
If it's
Thomas.
for Joey, it's a 4.
Cool. We'll get to you in just a second. Yeah, James.
Bye, Mr. Zenda. Try to shut up. Maybe these guys will like you a little more.
As soon as that hood goes up, there's like a hush over the screamers who are still outside the wall.
Hunter!
The hunter starts looking around. But he can't see you. So while the other ones kind of move away from where you are, screaming and mobbing other places in the city.
I rush him, ground and pound.
Okay.
You what?
Make me an
Here,
attack
$1.
roll.
And like we're freaked out about the whole hood situation.
I'm
right?
laying on the ground right now.
Oh, we're
Beat it by 5.
Oh, you're conscious. You're just.
I
you
know,
just fell down.
I'm terrified, but yes, I'm on the
Why
ground
can't
and
it see him?
terrified, I guess.
Huh?
Why can't it see him?
Yeah.
Because it got stabbed in the eye. It has one eye, got stabbed in it. It hasn't.
Awesome.
It's healed all the damage, but the eye hasn't grown back yet.
Gotcha,
It
gotcha.
takes a full round.
First attack beats by 5. Second attack beats by 6.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, you definitely got him with both attacks.
Plus 20 damage to the first attack, so 50 on the first one, 30 on the second.
Excellent. He takes all 50 of those damages, and the ground and pound aspect doesn't really work because it's like you reach up and you tackle his leg, which is still 2 feet taller than you are, and you go for that single leg takedown, and really you just kind of twist his knee a little bit, but you punch him in the thigh really hard twice.
Oh, Charlie horses. Those are.
Yeah, those
awful.
suck. Even if you are the king of the wild hunt. And that brings it to
I'm
Meg.
hiding.
Hey, Jackie.
I
how you
stand up.
Okay, that doesn't take an action.
Oh, it doesn't?
That would
freaks
normally
me out.
take your move action, but
Right.
you've got all
The
that
hood guy
agility.
freaks me out.
You can just hop up from that
Oh, I
because it's
can't.
because the difficulty is so low.
I like that the image right now on camera is the three of us next to each other.
Oh, that's like,
I can't see me because I'm behind a TV.
you look cute.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
One of these things is not like you.
So he got injured. His first thing was just to attack him, though, not.
Apparently, Islam is big at Coachella this year. Because all the whites are doing it.
That's not what I'm going for. I'm going for like 50s stealth is what I'm going for.
Yeah, that's not
Upper West Side ladies with the,
How far away is the blacksmith from me?
Miss Maisel. That's what I'm doing.
How far are the blacksmith from you? He's within 30 feet. You're all within 30 feet of each other. Except one of you's on top of the wall, and two of you are prone.
Is it possible for Gina to make me an iron lasso without using her turn?
No.
Okay, then never mind. Can I hold my action?
You can hold your action. Yes.
Great.
Okay.
I thought it would take my whole action to stand up.
No, it takes none of
So-
your action to stand up
so-
this turn. It's like you get a free kip up.
That's great. I just didn't know that, and that's my bad. So I'm gonna hold and not waste time, and then I'll come in.
Okay. Okay. What are you holding your action for?
An idea.
Well, I'm waiting till the thing gets true named. I think. I don't know if it will though.
The shadow.
I don't know if it will either. Okay, so you're just holding. That makes it somebody else's turn.
Mine. Yeah?
Yes.
I have this stunning strike. No damage. Target is stunned and unable to act. For 1 round, I would like to stun the hunter.
All right. You have to make a strike.
Okay. I beat it by 3.
Okay. That's not quite enough.
Okay. I beat
Would
it by
7 be
7.
enough?
You beat it by 7. You absolutely hit him. You do the damage, but he is not stunned.
But it says no damage. Target is stunned.
Then it didn't do anything to him, just like I said the first time.
Damn.
Would a +4 help?
No. The blow landed solidly. The
Okay.
stun effect did not seem to phase him at all.
I see.
Did I at least give him a wedgie?
No, because he is not wearing pants, as is very apparent by the fact that he's wearing a big leather skirt and is 12 feet tall. Oh, there it is.
wearing just a big leather skirt.
That's disturbing.
Yeah.
All right. This is probably a long shot, but I have an idea.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use a meta point. I want to go all the way pilot.
Thank you, Jeff.
Okay.
Telling me it's right above me.
And because Ronald said if you take a moment and reach out, you can feel your avatars. I would like to try to connect with Hex Destiny.
Okay.
And I would like to try to see if there's any way to figure out the name.
Well, he's put on the cloak. He should be able to do it at this point.
Okay, it didn't happen, so I'm confused on why we didn't name him and then kill him. We just hit him.
I don't know. Why don't you ask him?
I thought he was still getting it for the next round around.
So he didn't do what you wanted him to do. What do you want to do?
Well, I want to name it and kill it and be done.
I know, but we still have a few more minutes left in the show. We should maybe finish the story.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean,
I heard you say it. You could ready an action to attack it once the name has been said.
Great, that's what I'll do.
There you go. All right. Vanessa.
What, so he's just wearing a leather skirt?
He's
What
wearing
else
a
is
big
he
leather skirt and a big, like a hat with big antlers on it.
He's not wearing a cloak? You said the cloak was covering his other eye.
Oh, the hood is like a big deer head, right? With big antlers that come out, and it's like a half cape. It only covers his shoulders.
Picture Teddy Roosevelt with the bear on his head with the antlers, and then like it goes over the back
So
like
it's
a
fur.
cape.
It's a skin.
Yeah.
My textile kinesis doesn't cover skin.
I mean,
What about leather.
it's a garment.
Yeah, that leather.
I mean, I guess like it would be a minus, but I'm pretty sure you could do it. It's not cloth, but it's a garment.
His leather skirt is considered a garment.
Yeah.
You could try to seduce the animal from which the leather was right. Really serious penalty.
No. I love to use my textile kinesis to start to shrink his garment, like against his body.
Oh, okay.
Tighten, that's the word.
That's
shrink / tighten.
I got it.
Yeah, even with the minus for it being leather, that's no problem for you to do.
Great. Special attack right here. Oh, I'll use. Do I need to roll?
You don't. No, not for this. You just pick the target and squeeze.
Squeeze into his
All right.
his leather.
His under regions.
Covering.
Let's see with.
Really hard.
All right.
Yeah.
It squeezes and squeezes until it breaks,
Now he's naked.
and now he is naked.
Oh, I was supposed to stop him. It was going to be really uncomfortable.
And now the massively bedonged leader of the hunt.
I mean, he's fine. We're all really uncomfortable.
Yeah, everybody else like,
Well, I have two
like
attacks.
even the rest of the wild hunt's just like, oh god, maybe swing clear of that, would you?
Okay, well, I have 2 attacks right here.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
One of them was that though.
But it was worth it.
Okay, well.
Bedonged is a word now. Yes.
So it's just this big naked fae.
Yeah.
With the
He's
hat.
wearing a cloak and a funny hat. I mean,
Just picture this naked guy with this leg.
he's got a bow and arrow. He's got an axe. He's got a spear. He's just laden with weapons and wang.
Is it a magical cloak?
You don't really know. I mean, I guess.
Probably.
Yeah, everything about him is magical.
I mean, why don't you get rid of the rest of his gear? Bet you can.
Then he's just a naked dude.
He's just a giant naked dude.
I'm just saying, if you get rid of any other gear that's buffing him, like,
I mean, right, why not just get rid of his hat right now?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean.
Well, if it's anything like, most fey clothing, it might give him some extra abilities. It's
That's
not.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Pull
it's
off
like,
the hood,
take his
knock off the
magic
hat.
sword, for God's sake. He keeps hitting people with it.
Use the shirt or the cloak to like wrap up the sword and make it go away.
Well, okay, I guess while we're here,
If you have another attack, you
I
might
haven't used textile kinesis this whole time. So yeah, I want to get rid of his other gear.
Okay, you don't have to shrink that to snap it around him. You can actually just make it fly right off of him.
Whoosh.
Because it's not really hooked by anything. And sure enough, the hat flies off. Okay, let me tell you a little something about the man under the hood. He is wearing an eye patch, which also flies off of his head. And he has the most beautiful dreamy eyes you have ever seen.
Except for the red one?
Or eye.
No, like once the hood flies off, like nothing, those are beautiful aqua
just like
blue. Like, this guy's super hunky. Like, I mean, you figured he probably worked out because he's 12 feet tall. He doesn't wear a shirt, right?
Hunter.
But like, this guy is friggin' gorgeous.
Whoa.
Good work.
Like, like when he turns at you, he smolders at you, and you're like,
Ooh, damn.
oh hi.
Hi, Hunter.
It's like I climbed that like a tree, but. It's weird because you always figured he would be like kind of hideous and he's scary, but this guy is like literally the hottest dude anybody has ever seen.
He's also trying to kill us, so you know.
Right.
He's also trying to kill you.
Drink it in for a moment.
Those are your actions this round. You've completely undressed the Lord of the Wild Hunt. Without seducing him and Aquamarine
Sorry.
first.
Yeah.
Keep kicking you.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Chris.
I mean, if I spell cast thing, did I?
Right, that's happening. Okay, that means that before that happens, I'm gonna have the Wild Hunt go. So percentile die for everybody's.
Okay.
21.
Ooh.
28.
54.
58.
Okay.
29.
No damage this round since there's no initial shock, but anybody over 50% is now prone.
From
That's just the way that goes. Which makes it, unfortunately, my turn. It's your turn. You've got the scroll. You pull it open. And you hear this voice right next to your ear. All right, you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, I cast it.
Okay. You don't even look to see who it is. You just start reading the words.
I mean, I assume I see nothing if I look over to the side.
Well, you don't know because you didn't look.
Well, what is okay?
There is a man there. He has a razor blade, and he's holding it to the scroll. Like,
Who are you? Why should I not?
Rhodes, you reading that or not?
Oh, interesting. Nice to meet you.
So is that no?
I mean, as entertaining as it would be to waste my one use of one thing and something else, but you're going to destroy it anyway, so...
No, I'm not going to destroy it. That's your one. And he turns around. And looks like he starts to walk away.
Yeah, I'll cast it.
Okay.
Rhodes is
awesome.
the scary owl, right?
The message is the same one that you gave me, yes?
Yes.
And did you have it written down?
Yes.
Read it to me.
Crash, it's Thomas. It's imperative that you extract Ronald from this metaverse immediately. Otherwise,
So you've also implicated Crash in your crime. Got it?
Otherwise, he and all of us are going to die. Thanks lots.
Thanks lots.
Well, 25
I
words.
know.
So.
One more time.
Oh dear.
Extract Ronald from this metaverse. That's basically what I'm saying. Get him out of the pod.
Okay. Extract Ronald.
Logic being, if this avatar is going to die,
Don't have him in there
don't have him in there.
when it happens.
Fair enough.
Rosie is in agreement. I don't like it, but I'm in agreement that I think that's better than leaving him in there. Never gonna happen.
Neat.
Did he say crime? Can we all hear it, Rhodes?
No.
No, that was-
he
that
was
was just
he was like, it's
Christian.
just him standing. He was literally just a dude in a suit standing. I'll take perception checks from anybody if they want to be able to notice him in the middle of the fight.
I have no
I do.
Yes. Yes, please.
Eights. I'm Rosie.
No, I noticed nothing. Partly because I'm hiding from this crazy cloak man.
I don't have perception here.
I have heightened awareness and sixth sense. I got an 11.
You see him.
Great.
It's a guy in a black suit.
Right, but he's definitely not supposed to be in this metaverse.
Right.
Yeah, no, like his suit's way too clean.
Yeah.
I like how chat thinks that I either don't remember who Rhodes is or don't think that there will be consequences. I'm like, yeah, there'll be consequences, but I didn't want
Gotcha,
Ronald to
whatever,
die.
man.
I heard the word crime.
My options were let Ronald die potentially or not. I chose to not. I don't care if you disagree with me.
The message is sent. The scroll disappears.
Yeah.
The box also disappears.
Yeah.
There is a ticket in your hand.
Yeah, interesting.
A
Is it
ticket?
to a good show or
No, it's a citation. Yeah.
what's it say?
Do you want to read it right this second?
Well, I mean, I think Thomas probably would.
Okay. I need you to make me, I guess, 2, since you're not defending yourself.
Yeah, sure.
Percentile rolls.
Wait, what's going on? The battle's going on around us.
There is
Yes.
literally a stampede of demons trying to eat you.
Oh no, this could be red letter.
Big naked hunter.
My apologies.
It was really hot.
It's really hot.
You have been subject to... Like you said, it's not going to go well, man. Like, that avatar is going to get eaten.
Yeah, no. I should be more aware. Yes.
Red caps, bro.
I'd like to run towards the not murder hobo, the fragging wagon.
The murder car.
Murder.
Oh,
wagon.
you're at the fragging wagon.
I want to be inside.
Yeah, Turn it on. Do whatever you want. You can do all of that this round.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
No. You can't drive anywhere because you used your other action to read a scroll.
Right. I used my other action to push plot forward. That's what I did.
You would think so. You would think so, which is why I would think you would do that.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do I have to see the person before marking them?
Yes. Okay, that puts us.
Zardoz, exactly.
Oh!
What?
That makes it the hunter's turn.
Okay.
He will attack you because you're on his leg, and that makes sense. He swings at you fruitlessly, and again, does not do well. He sucks at hitting you with the axe.
Plus for a dodge bonus against Faye, doesn't it?
But he will cast a spell and attempt Bedlam on everyone. I need mind checks from all non-Fae. Which doesn't include you two, sorry.
Okay.
What does Mind Shield give me?
Is there a number next to it?
Nope, just says Mind Shield.
Then you'll get a bonus to your mind check.
Okay.
To resist. Huh?
Failed it.
Okay.
I can't.
I know.
I roll double ones.
Nice, that's plenty. You are going to lose your move action next round as you break the Bedlam, but you'll still get your one action.
Okay.
You basically just lose one of your attacks.
Cool.
That's all that's going to happen there, no worries. Okay, top of the round. This is super exciting, guys.
Better be with 6 minutes left.
No.
What's gonna happen?
Well, it depends on if I'm faster than you or not.
What do I have to roll?
Actually, your turn isn't yet. It
Okay.
is
You said
James'
you would.
turn, and I have to roll crashes initiative. How many attacks do you get? 2. You may have 1. You may have 1 action.
I know it's creepy.
like a tummy.
It's not enough time to
It's
do what
the
I want to
hunter.
do.
Think it like you can only ever do one thing.
I name him.
All right.
Say his name, say his name.
His name is Balder. Balder the
Balder.
Brave.
Balder.
I name you Balder.
And with that, he names Balder, and then he collapses.
Jack.
Like the light goes out of his eyes, and he just falls.
Baldur's or Jack's?
The cloak
Jack's
with
it.
it. Jack's body. But he has been named.
Unfortunate,
do
but
it.
here we go. I think you were gonna ready an action to start this,
Somebody had to pull him out of the metaverse. Well, he was full avatar.
What?
Nothing. No, I'm on board.
Yeah, we're good. Whose turn is it?
Mine.
Yes.
Great. So we did discuss that there were plenty of guns, and she did make me an iron bullet before. Great. So I don't know how much I can accomplish in this round for actions wise.
Same amount as usual. You get the regular.
Well, I got the
amount.
one attack.
Right, and
I
the one
wanted-
move.
And the one move.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The first thing I want to do. Shit, the first thing I want to do. Well, I can't. I guess he's already been named, so he's fine. I'm gonna shoot him using Deadeye shot.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a called shot and ignore the penalties.
Right.
Right? Great. Cool. That's the first thing I want to do.
That's the one action you could do.
Right.
Okay.
Is marking a target an action?
Nope.
Great. Cool. Thank you.
Are you marking the target first, or?
Nope.
Okay.
So that's a 13. But
You're-
I just
you're
said Deadeye
shooting-
shot.
You're shooting. You don't have a shooting score?
I've got sports at 16.
Oh, 16 it is then.
Okay, so I beat it by 3
Okay.
to shoot Big Bad.
Right. Called shot.
Called shot.
2.
Balder. Oh, in the eye, yeah. Or
Okay,
whatever,
in the eye, yeah,
in the
that's-
head, whatever. Yeah.
Pick one.
I want it straight in the middle.
Okay.
Boom. Right there.
All right. You shoot him.
Excellent.
He takes the damage. How much from the gun? Normal gun?
Yeah.
Groovy.
It's just an iron bullet, or cold iron bullet.
Yeah,
So
he
that's
hates
big.
those.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then because I saw Rhodes, Wendy Gates looks the same in every single metaverse. I would like to mark Wendy Gates in this metaverse.
You have to be able to see her to do that. I told you that at the beginning.
I was
of the
hoping
round.
it was just like what they looked like. If I know what she looks like,
No, you have to be able to see
and
that.
I could feel her, and she's always the same. Okay.
I like that idea though.
Yeah, it's smart.
So is the hunter still alive?
Yeah, but he's shot in the head and he's bleeding. He's got blood coming out.
All right.
He doesn't like it.
Great. Whose turn is it?
It is. It is your turn.
My turn. Okay. I'm gonna make 2 more Feyblades and the hunter.
Okay. Roll to hit.
No. And
First one misses.
yes, by 1.
Second one actually manages to hit him. Damage on those is generally 30, right?
Yes.
Scary, so that's gonna be.
And I would like to be in swarm form.
You can't do that.
Why?
Because A, it takes an action,
Oh.
and B, you can't attack while in swarm form with
Really?
Feyblades. No.
Oh,
Right.
You can't attack anything while in swarm form,
No
unless it's swarm attack.
Got it.
All right, so he takes 2 knives, thunk thunk, they stick in either side. More blood happens. He yells and can't see. And that brings us to Aquamarine.
So what did naming him do?
He's bleeding now.
He's
So
vulnerable
now he's vulnerable.
Now he is vulnerable.
Okay.
There was more you could have done after.
There was more we could have done after.
Yes, but I can't tell you what that is.
Whatever, we move on.
Right.
Yep.
All right. So I have one thing to do here. Then I grab. I use my iron gear here and I throw
Right,
it
you
at
have that
him.
awesome iron
But
gear.
whilst I release it from my hands, it turns into spikes. Lots
Oh,
of
like
spikes.
big saw blade kind of thing.
Yes. And
Very
I'm gonna
cool.
Fly it like so hard.
All right. Go ahead.
I yell his name when I do it.
Good.
fun, 'cause it's
no,
his
no,
name!
That's a great way to do it. Go ahead and roll me an attack. Metallurgy. You got a 12 out of 16. That's beat up by 4. The damage on that blade is on your iron gear. Does it say?
That's aquamarine.
It says right here. I've got it.
30 damage.
30
Hold on.
damage. So it's cold iron, which makes it do double damage. And you said his true name while you did it, which makes it do double damage. So 30, 60, 120 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
That. He falls. Down to both knees. Thud. He's not dead, but he is down on his knees. It is now Chris's turn.
Really quick botany check.
Okay.
Botany
Just
check.
on a lark. I assume I know the answer, but I want to check anyway. I would make it by 6, just to look around quickly and see if there's any mistletoe growing anywhere.
There is not.
Okay.
There's no plants,
Yeah.
really.
Just thought it was worth. at least
No,
checking.
absolutely a worthwhile.
Yeah.
Worthwhile-
Actually thinking about it
worthwhile
before they mentioned
endeavor.
it, too.
Nice.
Yeah, we were on the same wavelength.
A worthwhile endeavor indeed.
And then in that case, how far away is this guy?
From your
As close or as far away as you really need him to be in this situation.
Okay, I would like to gun the murder wagon.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
drive
That fragging
run
wagon's going
over
straight
him.
towards it.
Okay.
Just go hit him.
Yeah.
He's up.
Absolutely. You've got a big iron grate on the front of that that
Yep.
you put in there, all snow plow style.
he's on his knees.
And give me a driving roll or an attack roll.
Can't
I'll take a driving roll. That makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
I will make it by 13.
Jeebus.
Yeah. Shit.
All right. He is definitely down now. You have parked a van on top of this 12-foot man.
Oh, I don't want to park it. I want to just drive straight over and keep going.
Right, but you high center on his
Okay,
torso.
okay,
He is a
okay.
12-foot tall man.
Gotcha. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I gotcha. That's right.
He's big around as the table. I mean,
That's right.
So yeah, you pop that van over him, you run him down, try to run him over, you get up there, and now you're kind of rocking back and forth on top of Baldur's body.
Kinky. Okay.
But if this van's a rockin', suddenly there's a knockin'. And I'm afraid we're out of time. We are out of time.
There was a knock at the van.
There is a knock at the van, and
Rose, later.
I'm afraid we have not seen the last of this metaverse.
Good.
Such is life, but we'll catch you next time. Next week, don't forget we have a very, very special guest and a very, very special episode of Masters of the Metaverse.
Oh, that's
Make sure you
right.
check us out there at 6 p.m. Pacific here on the
Don't
Zoe channel.
miss it. Don't you miss
It's gonna be something else. James, you can be alive again.
Hey!
Thanks everybody for watching Masters of the Metaverse. We will see you next Metaverse Monday. Bye-bye.
See you next Monday.
Night, everybody.
Let that
You played right into our hands.
You did exactly the wrong thing in the right way. You know? That was
It's always your fault.
Is it?
Always.